history. A $75 million joint investment to boost student outcomes. This includes $40 million from Lilly Endowment, Inc. and $35 million in state funding. Secretary of Education Dr. Katie Jenner says the money will be used to scale programs that work, focusing heavily on expanding K-5 literacy aligned with the science of reading principles. The funding will also strengthen summer learning labs and sustain the Indiana Learns tutoring program, ensuring high-quality resources reach students statewide. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Tomorrow, the Indiana Hoosier basketball team takes on the Louisville Cardinals. Tip-off at 2:15. Both teams are 7-1. With that, the Big Ten Championship is tomorrow night. IU takes on Ohio State for a kickoff at 8, and both teams are 12-0. You've got traffic and weather coming up in 1 minute. It's 3:04.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Traffic at 3:05. Good afternoon, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Jake? Looking at the west side out by Indianapolis International. Eastbound 70 crash on the exit ramp. 2465 ramp is open. Just be careful as you peel off 70. Looking at northbound 465 on the east side. Slow East 56 up to Benf. Southbound 465 slow from 72 south at Shadeland and south side. Northbound 65 slows at Raymond into the south split because of road construction. Traffic sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions 21+. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Some sunshine this afternoon, still a bit chilly with highs right around 30. And tonight we'll look for a partly to mostly cloudy sky. Temperatures not as frigid with lows into the middle 20s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos? So let's rock it!
You know, Hammer, I noticed you were gone for a couple hours earlier this afternoon. You were at that redistricting rally, weren't you? You were on stage with Andrew Ireland, Representative Ireland. You were leading the charge with Turning Point. That's where you were, right?
I went to get a McRib.
Okay. All right. Well, I was
did
wrong
not
then.
make it over there, no.
I was wrong.
Hearing the attendance was around 100-ish people.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a success or not.
Whatever, I mean.
Keep in mind the property tax rally had thousands.
Yes.
This had around 100.
You were at that rally.
Property tax, yes.
You were at the property tax rally.
But listen, we've talked about this before, man. The Republican voter, the conservative voter, is not go protest guy. That's not who we are. For the most part, we are the I've got to go to work. You know, I'm not going to take a day off to go down to the State House people. We usually just vote and then bitch and moan on the Hammer and Nigel show. That's the way we operate. The property tax thing was such a unicorn because it happened to be on St. Patrick's Day where there was already a built-in crowd downtown. It was about our personal money getting screwed over, and it had the backing of WIBC. And that had thousands of people show up. Turning Point Action had about 100 people there today.
Okay. Yeah, no, I saw some live footage. I saw that Whoever that was speaking was talking about, look, if you don't get this done, we're going to spend a lot of money here to primary some people.
Which is great, because that's what we said during the property tax rally. Listen, some of these guys that have an R next to their name, they're not your friend. It's what we would call a turd. Some would say rhino. I call them a turd. They only have their best interest and not yours.
I don't know why I thought you were going to come up with something more sophisticated and technical when you said, this is something we like to call a turd.
It's the sport coat, isn't it? That's what it is. I've got a sport coat on today.
Look, I don't care what Rob Kendall says. I know there's difference opinion. You and I are in agreement. There's nothing unethical about this. Democrats do the same thing. If you want to risk sacrificing seats on a macro level, if you want impeachments and investigations, or do you want Trump's agenda? That's what it comes down to when we're talking about redistricting or redrawing the maps, as you say, because you can't say redistricting.
And it passed today through the House.
Yes.
Now, we knew this would happen. This isn't some sort of big surprise, but it did pass through the House today. House Bill 1032, 57 for, 41 against. So if the bill includes amendments on the Senate side, and the Senate gets together next week, it would then go back to the House for further discussion, and then you're going to get conference committees, and this is where things get squirrely. When things start getting into committee, normally that's when you get screwed. Look at property tax. Look who Rod Bray put on some of the property tax committees. You had Senator Scott Baldwin involved. Now, this was one of the guys that had financial skin in the game for businesses receiving property tax money. He didn't give a damn if you got yours or not. So this is the kind of crap that you have to keep an eye on over the next couple of weeks.
I also thought it was pretty interesting. We had the governor in here in studio yesterday, and he said, look, if somehow this doesn't happen and we don't get the votes, it's not over yet. I mean, J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, J.D. Vance didn't come here twice. Donald, our representatives didn't go to the Oval Office for nothing. There's other options, is what he was intimating.
Correct. And if the price is right, we've seen in the past, your Senate pro tem can be bought, because he was Johnny Tough Guy when it came to constitutional carry. We can't have that. Why would we want law-abiding citizens to have a constitutional right? Well, then the NRA and some of their good time party boys broke off a phone call, allegedly to the Senate pro tem Rod Bray, and then all of a sudden, he saw the light. You know what? Constitutional rights are a good thing. Now keep those checks on coming. So this whole thing's dirty. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Republican versus a Democrat thing here. All of these people are trying to screw you. They really are. All of these people. The only question is, who do you want to be screwing you? That's what the whole changing of the map comes down to here. How about some good news here, Nigel?
Female, preferably.
One of the cheaper airlines in terms of ticket prices has announced a bunch of new direct flights, no-stop services to warm weather destinations in 2026. Because even though downtown, we had some sunshine a little bit earlier, it wasn't bad, it's still colder than blue hell. So Frontier Airlines has announced they've got direct flights beginning in March of 2026 to Fort Myers.
Hell yeah. That's
Phoenix,
huge.
Fort Lauderdale, and Las Vegas.
Huge. Fort Myers and Phoenix both are huge.
Oh, Fort Lauderdale. I just got back from Fort Lauderdale like a month ago. Love it down there, man. Love the Lauderdale. I'm a little disappointed that the Hotel Coral Essex from Revenge of the Nerds 2 is no longer standing in Fort Lauderdale.
I love that you actually set out on a trek to find the Hotel Coral Essex.
I texted you while I was down there.
I know.
I found the filming locations of Nerds in Paradise, and unfortunately, the Hotel Coral Essex building no longer standing in the greater Fort Lauderdale area. If you need a reason to drink tonight, happy 60th birthday to Johnny Resnick of the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh, no way.
He's 60 now, Nige. Now, Goo
Does he
Goo
still?
Dolls.
Does he still like Jennifer? Does he? I always thought he looked like Jennifer Aniston.
He did kind of have a Rachel cut, didn't he?
He had a Rachel cut.
He had a Rachel cut. I always thought Goo Goo Dolls put out what I would call chick rock, like 90s, 2000 chick rock.
Yeah, we played the hell out of them though.
Allison, you're a chick. Do you ever get into Goo Goo Dolls at all?
I do love Iris.
Okay, so I've
Yeah.
got a 5-song Goo Goo Dolls montage here. I've set the over/under on Allison at 3.5 here, Nige.
Man, I went with her. I went with the over the last time. I'm going to say she's going to run the table this time.
Run the table, so we're going over.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
Although I just remembered there's like older stuff, like more rock stuff that they did than their newer stuff, which is more chick rock.
I didn't put any tricks in here. These are all big hits.
Okay.
Songs that you and I have each played on the radio in our careers. All right, Allison, when you have heard the song, honor system as always. Let us know if you know what it is.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes.
Why don't you slide?
Yes.
There's your song. Dude, every girl loves this song. Every girl.
Every person loves this song.
2 for 2.
Yes.
Black Balloon, I believe.
Yes.
3 for 3. We just need one more.
Yes.
4. There's your over.
And let's just play. She knows this last one.
Okay, run the table. Here we go.
Run the table.
Yeah.
There you go.
One of their original hits, yeah.
Now, allegedly, that song name was about Kennedy,
yeah.
who's on Fox News now.
Yeah.
She had a little tryst, allegedly, with Johnny Resnick, but she didn't want, nobody wanted them to know they were together, and yeah. Good for her. Good for him. Matt Bear, do you ever have anybody that says, I don't want to know your name?
Boy, it's been a minute, but yeah. yeah, now that I think of it.
Just last night, actually.
Yeah, it was about 18 hours ago. Looking at the south side, westbound 465. Before I-65, that's a stall, blocking the center lane and causing stop-and-go traffic. Back to Arlington Avenue. Also, northbound 65 south side, slow from Raymond into the south split. Southbound 31 stop and go traffic in Carmel 116 to 465. Inbound 69 tied after 100 is 6-2. 465. Traffic sponsored by Grand Appliance. Shop the cyber sale at Grand Appliance for hundreds in exclusive savings on America's #1 appliance brand, LG. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom to save. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
All right, 31 right now at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. You're going to want to get to our WIBC YouTube feed because coming up next, somebody who is the best in the world at what they do is joining us in studio.
Right on.
Joey Jaws, Joey Chestnut, the GOAT. He's in town for a little wing eating competition.
Is Mickey and Nick coming?
Mickey Sudo, Nick Weary, the whole
Holy
damn crew,
crap.
baby. We're going to have a full house of fun. Get to the YouTube chat. We'll talk to those folks next.
What's up? It's Nigel. Galaxy Concrete Coatings did an awesome job on my garage floor coating. My Galaxy Concrete garage floor is out of this world. They did such a great job. I had them back a few weeks ago to do my basement. They're also sponsoring my virtual red kettle with the Salvation Army and Radiothon. So any donation you make, they match up to $1,000. Go to WIBC.com. Need your help raising money for people who need it. And you can do this up until December 12th. Thank you, Galaxy Concrete Coatings. By the way, if you want to get a quote, galaxyconcretecoatings.com or call them 751-9070.
Hammer here for my friends at AAA. The holidays are here. It's upon us, and so is winter weather. This year, stay prepared and give everyone on your list the gift of a peace of mind by giving them a AAA membership. As a AAA member, you get roadside assistance 24/7, 365. Flat tire, dead battery, you name it, AAA is there. You also get exclusive travel discounts, hotels, rental cars, and all the cool events happening around the Hoosier State this holiday season. Now through the end of the year, new members can join AAA for just $50 for a 1-year classic membership and Add an associate for free. This is a great gift idea. Give someone you care about a AAA membership. Visit AAA.com and use the code HOLIDAY25. That's HOLIDAY25 at AAA.com, or just call 844-GO-AAA-GO or visit your local AAA office. Give the gift of AAA this holiday season. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Christmas is almost here, and if you're shopping on a budget, you shop at PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. Truly unique pieces you won't find anywhere else. And sale prices every single day at PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. You'll find gold, diamonds, gemstones, exquisite, one-of-a-kind pieces, and incredible local artist designs all within your budget. Your perfect place to shop for the holidays. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
By the time this ad ends, Washington will have burned through millions of your dollars. That's not how we do things in Indiana. I'm Congressman Jefferson Shreve, bringing Hoosier common sense to Washington. I passed legislation to cut waste, save taxpayers millions, and deliver real tax relief for workers and families. Less waste, more money in your pocket.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Tune in to the Absolute Retirement Planning Show.
When retirement comes about, we're now relying on what we have saved to meet those needs.
Sundays at 9 a.m. right here on 93 WIBC.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a full studio.
Look at the
Fully loaded.
greatness that we've got in this studio right now. Like, we've got medics, we've got promotional people, and we've got the best in the world at what they do. The Big Ten Championship Eating Contest is taking place this weekend. The Hoosiers and Buckeyes, man, we're fired up for this one. Ale Emporium's world-famous Hermanaki Wings, that is on the docket for this weekend. And joining us in studio right now, some of the best in the world at what they do. The #1 rated ladies champion. We've got Mickey Sudo.
Hey, Mickey.
Hi, thank
We've seen you again.
Nick Weary is with us, part of the power couple here.
Nick.
And no stranger to this program, Joey Chestnut, the GOAT, as you've been known as. Welcome back to Indy, everybody. How the heck are you guys?
Great. Good
Doing very, very well.
You don't need to, Joey's a Hoosier now. He's an honorary
He's one
Hoosier.
of us.
Oh, yeah, I love
He's
it.
putting an S at the end of Kroger.
This is my
he's-
fifth winter here, and it's,
Right.
I love it.
Fifth winter here coming from San Diego. It was 15 degrees this morning, and Joey's like, yeah, I love it.
That's, you don't give yourself a choice. Just love it. Love it or
To
leave it.
truly be one of us now, you got to start putting an S at the end of things that don't necessarily need one. A hoodie is fine for any weather. Doesn't matter if it's 105 or -10 outside. You throw on a hoodie, you're good to go. So this year, we are mixing it up a little bit. The Ale Emporium, and our pal from Ale Emporium is here as well. They brought some of their awesome Hermanaki wings.
Herman from Hermanaki is here. Herman. The guy that did Hermanaki wings.
Is your last name Anaki? Please tell me that's the case. Herman Aki. That's not. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
Nigel and I have been doing eating contests on these long before it was cool, I think, before the competitive eaters started doing this. So, Nick, let's start with you. I was checking my Hammer and Nigel Instagram feed a couple days ago, and I noticed on our Golden Girls parody video, I think you left a comment. You had one of the first comments on our Golden Girls commercial.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the best commercials, maybe the best commercial I've ever seen. I feel like the Golden Girls involved in anything sets the bar pretty high, so I appreciated that.
It really does. Mickey, how are you? Like, you are the GOAT at what you do here. Like, how do you guys look as good as you do? Because Nick looks like $1 million damn dollars. You look amazing. Like, I'm afraid if I have like 4 wings that are on this table, I'm going to have a beer belly that looks like Chris Christie. How do you guys look the way you do?
The secret is the chicken wings. I don't know, but I'm super excited to be here. I want to finish off the year strong, and it'd be great to beat Joey, on his own turf.
Oh, that's right. A little friendly fire here.
We'll see.
Okay.
I don't know.
Throwing it down. Look at
Yeah.
Look at Jaws' look on his face over there.
I'd be shocked. Yeah, it'd be great for a lot of things to happen, but no. I'm pretty hungry. This is I'm excited. This is going to be great. Tomorrow will be a good day.
So, Joey, when you find out you're going to be doing one of these contests, like, what's the recon involved? Do you have to go to the restaurant, find out what it is you're eating? Do you eat it ahead of time? Because this is something new. The last couple of years, it's been the shrimp cocktail for this contest.
Yeah,
and now it's the Ale Emporium Hermanaki wings.
For over a decade, it was shrimp cocktail, and it took a long time to build a tolerance, get my body used to the shrimp cocktail. But wings, I've been eating wings for a while, and every wing restaurant's a little bit different. But the Ale Emporium is the best in this area. So
what constitutes, like, in terms of a finished wing?
Well, all right. So wings are different. So
when you're competitive,
they're going to give us a tray of, I think, 25 pounds of wings, all cooked, and we put our bones back in there. And they weigh it again, so they know exactly the poundage that we consume.
Wow.
So if people they have a bad technique, they're not efficient. They might go through more wings, but if somebody with a really good technique, they're getting more meat off.
Hey, can I just say, just real quick, great having you back in the hot dog eating championship again.
Oh, dude, it was great to be back.
Mickey, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Obviously, I mean, the best in the business, but it was great having you back. And there was no way I was missing it this time.
Thanks. Yeah, it was great to be back in the 70s.
Was it good? Was it good?
Oh, it felt good.
It felt good?
And you didn't have to beat anybody up this year, which is great.
Yeah.
Nobody stormed the stage.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good year. And next year, next 4th of July, I think I have a plan for a record.
You're like the Ice Cube of the eating contest. Didn't have to use my AK. It was a good day today. Damn right it was. Damn right. Again, Joey Chestnut, Mickey Sudo, Nick Weary in studio. They're all part of the Hermanaki Wings Eating Championship for the Big Ten Championship football game coming up this weekend. Now, here in just a moment, we're going to have a little contest here in studio, and part of the IU radio network, John Herrick, will be doing the play-by-play for this. We're so excited that the Hoosiers are involved in this. I'm hoping you guys are going to have a big packed crowd to watch this event. Nick, walk me through your process of getting ready for a competition like this.
So wings is definitely a technique food. So get a handful of dozens of wings. Get those. We were fortunate enough to have the sauce sent out to us, so we can kind of adjust to the flavor and see what you need to do. And for me, it's practice like you play. So set up however many wings, a few hundred wings in the backyard. Put 10 minutes on the clock. Have my liquids ready. Throw the headphones in, and basically just go to town for 10 minutes. Maybe spend the first minute kind of adjusting and getting my technique back, and then just foot on the gas and act like it's a regular contest.
So, like, when you guys go to, like, a holiday party or something, do people just expect you to, like, put on a show all the time? Like, oh, there's a charcuterie tray. You guys do your stuff, like.
A lot of voyeurism.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions and stuff about, like, oh, do we need to make extra food and what have you? But for the most part, we go and we treat everything normally. It's kind of like an accountant doesn't go and do somebody's taxes, at the holiday party. So
it's a great point.
We're pretty much normal. We leave work at work.
Like, I love they don't get asked, do we need to make extra food? But you and I get asked that when we show up.
Right.
Oh, you're coming? I should probably make more food.
Yeah,
okay.
More chili, please.
All right. So, John, we're going to get John Herrick over here from the Hoosier Radio Network. John, go ahead and take this microphone here. Nige, you kind of set everything up here.
Okay, so we are all doing. I'm not doing this. I have sat out this eating challenge because I am tired of embarrassing myself in front of Joey. We've done the shrimp eating contest multiple times.
Well, he doesn't even finish his plate of food.
I can't.
It's
like, embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me.
Hanging out of his mouth.
I can't do that in front of you anymore. I can't make a fool out of myself. We have Nick and Joey and Mickey with a plate of Hermanaki wings, and Hammer will be joining in on the competition. And here to announce, here to get us kicked off, here to get us started is one Mr. John Herrick, director of WIBC News.
Okay, everybody, on your mark, get set, eat.
Everybody's chowing down. Hammer's trying to clean his plate pretty quick. We got Nikki Sudo. She's flipping the wings over.
Yeah.
She's chewing them pretty well. Weary. Oh, my gosh. This technique he was talking about earlier, he's cleaning it up really quick. He's already down 3. Joey Chestnut over there making great progress. We've got Hammer still working on number 1 a little bit. No, he's got 2. He's got a couple down. And Nikki Sudo is still working. I think Weary's finished here. Nick Weary is finished.
Barely.
Oh, my goodness.
I was watching Nick
barely
and Joey.
took any time.
I was watching Nick and Joey. Very close. It was very close. Nick had it. Yeah, he had it.
He talked about that technique, and he backed it up perfectly. Wow.
Hammer, how you doing over there, buddy?
All right,
Get that microphone in
He
here.
got 3 down.
Solid.
But,
That's solid.
Mr. Weary, the winner.
Hammer,
here.
Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Very nice.
Very
Hammer, how
good,
you feeling
Nick.
over there? How you doing? How you doing? Let's hear it.
You know what? I felt I competed good, right? I felt like I was in the mix there for a little while because this is the equivalent of like a fat kid in junior high playing one-on-one with LeBron James and like all these people here. So I think I did okay.
Dude, wings are kind of an equalizer. It's like playing football in like really, really bad weather.
Yeah.
It really kind of, it's going to be a close game.
Joey, can you hold that belt up to the YouTube camera?
No, I didn't win that. That's not my belt.
He won't. He won't touch it.
Yeah, that's
Whose
bad.
belt is it?
That's a bad
okay.
juju.
Glaze, hold that bad boy up to
Yeah,
that YouTube camera right above Joey's head right there. That's what we're playing for.
Yeah.
Have him hold it.
You want to hold it? Try to
No,
hold it.
no.
No. You don't hold a
Okay, I
belt
gave
that
it
you
up
haven't
for
won
Lex.
yet.
Thank you.
You don't. So that's the belt you're playing for.
Yeah, that's the belt.
So what time does all this take place tomorrow?
It's going to be at FanFest at 3:30. If you have a ticket to the game, you have a ticket to FanFest already. And I think you can buy tickets there. I don't think they're too much.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Can we get the inventor, the Hermanaki wings?
Please,
here real
please.
quick?
Royalty is here. Royalty is here.
Full name, please.
Herman Dale Perryman.
And how did you come up with the Hermanaki wings? They're addicting. I love the boneless. I love the bone in. I love everything. Tell me about the Ale Emporium Hermanaki wings.
For a minute, I couldn't find a flavor of hot sauce that I like, so I created my own. And I took like a gallon of ring of sauce and just added a bunch of peppers and stuff like that, like to form a base to it. And from that base, my first wing was Hermit. And what I would do is I would like drop them, cook them, throw them on the grill, go out to the dining room and like, hey, you want to try one of these wings? You want to try one of these wings? And I would just sample them every day. I ate wings every day for a whole year just to make sure that I got these wings right. And that was pretty much the story. There people saying, hey, could you make me a flavor? And I did that also.
Most famous wings in Indianapolis, for sure. No question. In the region. Regionally.
Number one for wings, man. Best wings in the world.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Really nice to meet you, man.
Thank you.
I feel like I don't know if you get paid for every order of wings, but I feel like I put multiple kids through college for you. So you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. All right, man. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming in. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's such an exciting feeling in Indy right now. I know it's colder than hell, but the Hoosiers have a big basketball game tomorrow, and then, of course, the Big Ten Championship football game. We got the best competitive eaters in the world here. Enjoy your time in Indy, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Go Hoosiers.
Go Hoosiers.
Yeah.
The Hammer and Nigel Show.
Tell me if you heard this one before. Neil in Indianapolis had already moved, listed his old home with a friend of his that was an agent for 60 days. He wasn't happy about it, decided to evaluate Mark Diedel's marketing plan, and Neil switched. To his relief, after about 15 days on the market, the Mark Diedel team sold his home as is for the price Neil needed. That's why Mark Diedel is the best in the business.
Mark Diedel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. That's right, he will buy it. And you pick your move date, no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Nobody else can touch that. Reach out to Mark Diedel right now. 317-755-4232. At least start a conversation. 755-4232, or go to markdiedel.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdiedel.com.
Jeff Saturday on Teamwork.
Hey, I know a little something about the value of teamwork. So when I found my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov, you can bet I checked some teammates' names as well. And I found them, lots of them, including a Hall of Famer and another with his own TV show. Look out for your own team and go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see if your name's on the list. Trust me, Indiana Unclaimed wants you to reunite you with your hard-earned money. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What the Indiana House did today. Mostly sunny skies and 33 degrees. In the Circle City, feels like 28. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:33. Today, they voted 57 to 41 to advance a redistricting proposal. The Senate will take it up next, and if they sign off, legislators could soon begin redrawing the state's political map.
It's a challenging issue. One none of us took lightly. Not one of us didn't have long, thoughtful, meaningful conversations about it. I appreciate what the work of the author. I appreciate what we've done.
House Speaker Todd Houston addressed lawmakers on the floor this afternoon as the chamber voted on bill. Soon after, Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith took to social media to celebrate the bill's passage. If you're planning to be outside tomorrow, forecasters say there are some changes you should be aware of.
Daytime temperatures will feel pretty comfortable in the 30s with the light breeze, but as night falls and it goes on,
we'll see those chances for snow ramp up to about 30 to 40% across the area.
Jason Puma at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, says over the next 7 days, an Arctic air mass will hover over Indiana with temperatures struggling to get out of the 30s. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The man accused of planting pipe bombs near the political headquarters in D.C. appeared in court for the first time today. Investigators say Brian Cole Jr. put those bombs outside the Republican and Democratic offices the night before the January 6th Capitol riot. Luckily, the devices never went off, and they weren't even discovered until the next day. The Indiana Pacers have the Chicago Bulls tonight on the road. Indiana has lost 2 in a row since winning 2 in a row last week. Tip-off tonight is at 8. And Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is off to a good start at the box office. It brought in $7.2 million from previews yesterday, and it's expected to make between $35 to $40 million in its debut weekend. WIBC News Time is 3:35. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Indy, don't use the beautiful fall to paint. Do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
The ceramic coating of Rhino Shield is specifically formulated for our climate.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. They just didn't leave a mess. You couldn't even tell they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
Backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. And now get the protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Rhino Shield, I think it increases the value and the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
With your WIBC traffic at 3:36, here's Matt Bear.
East side northbound 465 stop and go traffic east 56th Street up to I-69, then 282nd Street on northbound 69. Downtown inbound 70 slows after rural into the north split. Southbound 65 70 jams for a 10-minute delay north split down to the south split. And on the south side, westbound 465 before the 65 interchange, a stall on the right shoulder slowing us down past Arlington Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. See the diamonds at Pierce Jewelers. Diamond earrings, diamond pendants, diamond rings, and diamond bracelets. They shop the world to bring you the best. Shop local. Shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
In the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center with Tara Hastings.
Partly to mostly cloudy conditions later tonight. Temps are not going to fall off too much. We'll see lows in the mid-20s. On Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy skies, a few flurries with highs near 34. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face strained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
I've been a Republican my whole life.
I proudly voted for President Trump 3 times.
I want Republicans to win.
But mid-cycle redistricting isn't the right way to do it. It's a waste of taxpayer dollars.
And it gives D.C. more power to tell us what to do.
That's not how Hoosiers do things.
Tell your legislator, spend your time passing a conservative agenda
that lowers costs and makes our lives better.
And don't rig our elections.
Paid for by Indiana conservation voters.
Barguments. 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 Barguments.
I'm fired up, baby.
Man, oh man, my name is Nigel. That's Jason Hammer with a very special guest on the hotline.
I think he's a legend. Radio legend. Dan Bass Levy joins us. What's up, my man?
I will take all of those. Thank you so much.
I mean, a legend just for coming up with the term barguments alone. Like, this is your baby, right?
This is the one I have licensed. It is mine, all mine. It's called Barguments. I have a podcast where we debate stuff like this. It can be your Mount Rushmore, Would You Rathers, and all kinds of stuff like that. All those things you would do with your buddies at a bar or barbecue. Anywhere else where we have silly arguments with no real answer or winner. That's the fun we're having. And if you guys want to rock and roll, I got a pretty good bargain for you.
Okay,
let's do it.
A Christmas character that you would want to take on in a real fight.
So somebody in a Christmas movie or anything, a Christmas character that you would want to actually have a fight with.
Yes. Who is the one? Shall I get the party started?
You want to?
Go ahead.
You guys, all right. I will go first and foremost, but mine wins. I would take on Ebenezer Scrooge in a win-all, take-all throwdown.
My God, Bass, he's like 100-something years old, isn't he? I think you could take him.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted a piece of him. I didn't say I wanted a real good fight. I wanted one where I was going to pulverize.
Bass, before you get started, I'm just going to tell you, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but Scrooge comes around. Right?
Yeah, well, it took a little while. It took about a couple of goes to get him to do that one. I think I could get him to come around in one good punch.
Okay, so he's bringing everybody down. You know, he doesn't like Christmas, kind of just wants to be left alone. I see a lot of myself in Scrooge. I got to be honest with you, Dan. Like,
yeah, but if you knew of a family that was hurting and little Timmy was walking around about to die, you wouldn't go, oh, he gets nothing.
Listen, little Timmy was wearing people out for a long time. Like, they were milking that sympathy teat for as long as they could milk it, Dan.
Timothy. Here he comes again.
Tiny Tim. He even gets to my Jewish heart, and that's how you know that's a sad story, guys.
It's like when you turn on the news and that sad Sarah McLachlan commercial comes on and some dog's about to get the needle. You're just like, all right, that's enough. Oh, God, here comes the kid on crutches again. Come on, turn the channel.
100%.
All right, so you're on the board with Scrooge here. Allison, we'll go to you.
First off, I don't fight people. This.
Oh, bullcrap! You yell at Nigel and I all the time.
Yeah, so I was gonna say this is more of a verbal lashing, I would say. And this is also on my list of probably the worst Santas of all time. The Santa from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You want to fight Santa?
From Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Specifically that Santa.
Yeah, specifically that one, because he is grumpy from start to finish. He says how embarrassing he is, and then at the very end he's like, oh, maybe I can use him for my own good. Meanwhile, he won't eat any food. Mrs. Claus is trying to cheer him up for the kids. He's rude at her. He's not eating her food. He's just never a light, and the only time he's happy is when he gets his way.
I'm starting to see her point a little bit here.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he's in charge of how many nutbag elves walking around making toys, and then he's got to make sure it's all ready to go for one night a year. I could see the ornery from him.
Yeah, well, he's clearly doesn't do anything. Mrs. Claus is the one walking around doing everything for him.
Like, you're fine with a group of little employees that wear green and all this kind of stuff. One of them, I even think, wants to become like a dentist or something stupid. But yet, here comes a reindeer that's got a red nose, and that's where you draw the line at. And I don't like the way that Santa gives, like, Rudolph's dad a bunch of crap. Do we have this?
Great bouncing iceberg. Now, I'm sure it'll stop as soon as he grows up, Santa. Well, let's hope so if he wants to make the sleigh team someday.
I mean, Jesus, he's a baby. He's just born. Go eat some cookies and sit down.
The reindeer gets hooked up in the end. He gets hooked up. It's a turnaround story, like you guys said. In the end, he comes out on top.
Yeah, because he gets his way.
Classic Allison rant right there.
I love that.
Who needs a punch when you can just take that one right to the heart? Jeez.
Christmas movie character you'd fight if you could, Nige?
Art. Ellen Griswold's dad in A Christmas Vacation. That ungrateful drunk bastard. And you know what? I'll throw Francis in, his witch wife, too. When they're out there on the lawn and poor Clark Griswold is trying to fire up the Christmas lights, them little lights aren't twinkling, Clark.
Thanks for being here. The little lights are not twinkling. I know, Art, and thanks for noticing.
And then his wife goes, and then I hope you kids know what a silly waste of resources this is.
Although he did have one of the best underrated lines where he goes, "What is it, Clark? Is it your confirmation to the nut house?"
Hurry up, I'm freezing my baguettes off.
So I'm fighting Art, and if Francis wants to get in there too, I'll kick her in the shins.
She can have hands. She can have hands. I'm with you on that one.
So Allison gets off in a profanity-filled rant about Santa, and I got Nigel kicking women over here. This is how you know you've got a good topic in Barguments.
I was going to say, this Bargument is taking it right to the senior audience. I'm loving this.
All right. Mine is from the movie Home Alone, but it's not who you would probably think.
Joe Pesci?
Nope, not Joe Pesci, not Daniel Stern, not even the uncle that calls, Kevin a little jerk. I'm talking about the Little Nero's pizza guy.
What?
The pizza kid.
Teenage boy?
The teenage boy. Because throughout the whole movie, he drives like a lunatic through a neighborhood. He's speeding. He's crashing into things. There are kids that live in this neighborhood. I know. Last time I went to Chicago for a concert, Jacob and I went to the Home Alone house. It's in a residential neighborhood where children live. And the pizza guy's driving like a damn lunatic.
Knocks that statue over every time he pulls in the driveway.
Right. And then later in the movie, when Kevin is buying his cheese pizzas, he doesn't give that big of a tip. Well, you know what, Little Nero pizza guy? Maybe you don't deserve one. How many times have you crashed into things at my house? He whines about the tip. He drives like a lunatic. And then when Kevin plays the movie, the pizza guy thinks he's hearing a real-life murder. Does he call the police? No, he just drives away like a lunatic. Just leaves bodies and corpses in the house to die. This guy's the worst, the absolute worst.
I got to tell you, I'm pretty convinced. That was a pretty good argument. I got nothing for you.
Not bad.
Jump in the YouTube chat or send us a tweet, Facebook, or Instagram message. Let us know Christmas character you could fight if you could. And Dan, where can we find more Barguments?
Find it anywhere that you download your podcasts, and you can also watch it on YouTube if you want to see what I look like. And also, there's a Facebook group that is all Barguments, all day, all night, 24/7. You are more than welcome to jump in. Love all the Hammer and Nigel people that are coming into it and joining in and causing Barguments. I love it. It's a good place to kill time while you're working. So Barguments, have at it. And I always like to rumble with you guys. Thank you so much.
My man, we appreciate you. We will talk to you soon.
Later, guys.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
So I've had previous experience with weight loss injections, and they did work, but the provider was impersonal, and it was a compound, so it caused some nausea. Now with Premier Weight Loss. Premier Weight Loss is a totally different experience. Their offices, incredibly professional and relaxing. You deal one-on-one with a specialist. It's going to tailor a unique and specific plan for your weight loss journey. By the way, this month, PWL is running a special for Hammer and Nigel listeners. If someone becomes a member in the first 10 days here, in December, you'll be entered to win 2 lower-level tickets to the Colts versus 49ers.
I lost a bunch of weight on my own, but then I hit a plateau. I hooked up with Premier Weight Loss, and I've lost another 11 pounds in 1 month, and I'm still eating the foods that I want. I'm telling you, these guys are awesome. Contact them today. You're going to thank me later. PWLND.com. That's PWLND.com for Premier Weight Loss.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture Mattress in Columbus. The year-end clearance sale is here, and before we turn 99 years old, we're slashing prices up to 50% off brands like Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, even Tempur-Pedic floor samples. Rock bottom prices plus interest-free financing, cash discounts, and free delivery within 75 miles of Columbus. Hurry! The lowest prices of 2025 in Monday only at Thompson Furniture Mattress in Columbus.
The best AI for your business isn't artificial, it's advisor intelligence. With Horizon, you get real people to help you drive real growth. Open your business account today at horizonbank.com/businessai. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The holidays are here, and if that means it's time for new flooring in your home, then Brothers Floor Covering is ready to help. Brand new carpet, hardwoods, laminates, and luxury vinyl plank in stock now. Plus, Brothers Floor Covering is offering you deep savings if you book now for install in early 2026. Visit Brothers Floor Covering today at their new location, 8550 Michigan Road. Discover why buying local means receiving more, not paying more. Get the flooring of your dreams installed now. Stop in today or visit brothers-floorcovering.com.
WIBC cares, and if you or someone you care about needs food assistance, we have resources for you, including food distribution locations with an interactive map. Also, learn how you can make a difference for friends and neighbors in need, all at WIBC.com.
The cold weather has made it to Indiana, and you've noticed that your HVAC system can't keep up. But which way should you go? What system do you need? What size do you need? What's going to work for you and your family? You need Masters Heating and Cooling. If you're tired of HVAC and plumbing companies with confusing offers, Masters keeps it simple. Get a full second opinion from one of their Master Comfort advisors completely free, so you can make your next home decision with confidence and peace of mind. That's a free second opinion, along with fantastic opportunities to get a perfect HVAC system tailored for you and your home. How about 0% financing for up to 60 months with a qualified system, or $1,000 off a full system replacement? Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling to get all the details. Call Masters Heating and Cooling today. 317-881-9074. Tell them Tony Cat sent you. 317-881-9074. Masters Heating and Cooling. 881-9074 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
It's B Windows' biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com.
Trust me. The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
She's too special for just an average gift. See Pierce Jewelers for the breathtaking sparkle in their rare, one-of-a-kind, fancy colored diamond collection. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
WIBC cares, and if you or someone you care about needs food assistance, we have resources for you, including food distribution locations with an interactive map. Also, learn how you can make a difference for friends and neighbors in need, all at WIBC.com.
All right, Matt Bear, what's going on, my friend?
West Side Hammer, southbound 465 crash on the exit ramp to Sam Jones Expressway. The ramp is open, partially blocked. Inbound 69, 7-minute delay, 106 to 465. East side southbound 465 stop and go traffic, 72 Arlington Avenue, an 8-minute delay. Southbound 65, 70 is stopped and north split to the south split because of construction. Eastbound 70 delayed 3 minutes, Harding to the south split, and inbound 65 slows 21st to Meridian. Crash east side, Prospect at Emerson Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. She's too special for just an average gift. See Pierce Jewelers for the breathtaking sparkle in their rare, one-of-a-kind, fancy colored diamond collection. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Cold one, but at least the sun's out. 31 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. So, Nige, I'm going to let you do a little choose-your-own adventure here.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about how Sony's PlayStation is turning 30 years old?
Whoa, used to be addicted to Tony Hawk skate.
Or do you want to talk about how the National Rodeo has been affected by horse herpes?
Oh, let's go horse herpes. Sure,
Dateline Nevada.
Yeah.
Horse herpes outbreak forcing changes at the National Rodeo.
Good
now,
Lord.
if you've ever tried to go to Vegas around December, around this time, it's ridiculously packed. Not because tourists are going or the weather's good. It's the rodeo. This is like a big deal for bull riders, horse riders, all that kind of stuff. So there's a little outbreak going on right now. And one horse trainer says he's out at least $100,000 as a result of this. The virus has been spreading from horse ranches to horse ranches, most recently in Texas and in Arizona. And if you watched any of those episodes of Yellowstone, like when the cattle got some sort of bug, it was bad. A lot of cattle died. So I'd imagine it's kind of the same thing with the horses here.
So do they have like giant horse Valtrex pills that they
I was
take?
waiting to hear where that was going to go. Yes, they do have giant something.
Like, do they have, I mean, is it just like, can they get some Carmex for the lips? Do they have cold sores? Is that what they're breaking out into? How does it work?
I don't know if I've ever seen a horse with a cold sore. Somebody who works with horses, please let us know. What does horse herpes look like? Is it a big cold sore? And how does it happen? Which girl from Southport infected the horses here?
Jeez.
Oh, stop it. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I think with horse herpes, though, it's a lot more involved than just a little bump on the lip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's like fevers and infections and stuff like that.
But some of these horses, man, their whole job is to stud, so to speak. And it's hard to do that job properly when, you're infected. So that kind of ruins half your life if you're a horse. Like, you're gifted with this amazing girth, and then you can't even use it. Stinks.
Should I type in horse herpes in the search engine?
Do that, because what are we going to do? Affect the computer? Nothing else works in here. Go for it, Nigel. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, God. Oh.
Imagine being the wizard of your own home. With Xfinity, intelligent self-healing Wi-Fi fixes problems like magic. It boostifies speeds to your devices when you need it most and makes your favorite Wicked content sparklify on every screen. All while a spell of protection helps keep your family safe online. When you're out in Oz, Xfinity Mobile joins Wi-Fi and 5G to keep your phone connected from here to the Emerald City. If you had the most intelligent Wi-Fi from Xfinity, everything would work together for good. And now you can cast a spell to stop time and keep your internet bill steady for 5 whole years. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No contracts or commitments with amazifying equipment included. Xfinity, imagine that. And see Wicked for good, only in theaters November 21st. Restrictions apply, select plans only. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5 and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Stacy, are you wearing yoga pants to go shopping? Oh, we're not going out shopping. We're staying in with JTV. I love Jewelry Television. Their pearls, their lab-grown diamond jewelry.
Oh, hello. What about their Italian gold and moissanite fire?
Okay, but what about the guys on my holiday list?
Relax. JTV has gifts galore, even for men, like watches and sunglasses.
Watch JTV live and on streaming or shop JTV.com for up to 80% off select items.
Ready to shop?
Yes, but can I borrow a pair of sweats?
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. If you're living with a chronic condition like diabetes, chronic heart failure, or a cardiovascular disorder, you might count on extra support with your healthcare too. That's why United Healthcare offers chronic special needs plans with extra benefits and a large provider network to choose from. Visit uhc.com/Medicare to find out if you qualify today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Indiana can count on. Provider network may vary in local market.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, you'll hear an update about a redistricting plan and how the weather will roll out in the coming days across the state. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
He remains in jail. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The Virginia man accused of planting pipe bombs outside Democrat and Republican Party headquarters in D.C. nearly 5 years ago, making an initial court appearance today and ordered to remain in custody. Multiple sources telling Fox News suspect Brian Cole Jr. admitted planting the devices during several hours with investigators following his arrest yesterday, also expressing doubt about the 2020 election results.
According to authorities, cell phone pings indicate that his cell phone was in the area of the RNC and DNC the night of the crime, January 5th, 2021, the night before the Capitol riot, just hours before Joe Biden was certified as president the next day, and receipts show that Cole purchased bomb-making materials.
Fox's David Spunt. Cole did not enter a plea today. He's due back in court December 15th. The U.S. Supreme Court agrees to consider whether a Trump executive order limiting birthright citizenship is constitutional.
The 14th Amendment has long been understood to grant citizenship to any child born in the United States. An executive order by the president declared children born to parents in the U.S. illegally or on temporary status are not American citizens.
Fox's Jared Halpern. And at the White House, lower courts ruled against the order, blocking a key part of the president's crackdown on illegal immigration. The latest inflation numbers are in, delayed by the government shutdown.
The Federal Reserve's preferred measure of inflation, PCE inflation in September, was in line to slightly lower than expected. The PCE index rose 0.3%, with a smaller 0.2% increase in the core rate.
Fox's Lillian Wu. Consumer spending and sentiment both rising in September. More for the Fed to consider at its meeting next week. Stocks finish higher. The Dow up 104 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It has been approved. It's sunny and 33 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. That's what the Indiana House did with a redistricting plan today. John Herrick reports.
House Speaker Todd Houston spoke on the House floor Friday afternoon, right before the redistricting plan was passed.
And the fact of the matter is that states all across the country have or continuing to do this. I've heard that, well, we can stop it here. I don't think anybody believes that.
Well, Senate Democrats, meanwhile, say they do plan to introduce a bill to stop redistricting, and the Senate convenes December 8th. Republicans hold 7 of Indiana's 9 U.S. House seats. The president and national Republicans have urged Hoosier lawmakers to get a map that's 9-0 in favor of the GOP. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You won't get much of a break from the cold next week.
Going to be under the influence of these Arctic air masses for the next week or so, and that really means below normal temperatures with highs through the upcoming week only in the 20s to middle 30s at best.
Jason Puma, the National Weather Service in Indianapolis, says we're expecting a little snow this weekend, around a ½ inch across the state from tomorrow into Sunday. An Indianapolis child molester was sentenced to 30 years in prison yesterday. Johnson County prosecutor Lance Hamner says the Johnson County Sheriff's Department started looking into James Thomas in August of last year, and what they found was disturbing.
When the victim had asked this defendant to stop the abuse, the response was retaliation by burning a lot of the keepsakes and memorabilia from past sports achievements.
That's just part of the reason that the judge made Thomas register as a sex offender for life. You're paying an average of $2.87 a gallon of gas today, says AAA. That's down 10 cents from the national average. And downtown Lafayette lights up tomorrow when the Greater Lafayette Christmas Parade returns to Main Street. The parade gets going at 5 o'clock. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 4:04.
Indy, stop using the fall to paint year after year. Do what Lynn did. She called Rhino Shield.
It is a single-wide manufactured home. We moved from our home, which we had the Rhino Shield on. Rhino Shield was what we were going to do. That was no question. We knew we were going to do it.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating. It's not paint, it's better.
The Rhino Shield representative came and we discussed what we wanted done. And this time, we had the roof done as well.
Now, you can have the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Even the people that have been a little younger than us have said they don't have to worry about getting just an everyday painter because Rhino Shield has the 25-year warranty, and we truly believe in this product.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
You've got WIBC traffic at 4:05. Here's Matt Bear.
West side crash on the exit from southbound 465 to Sam Jones Expressway. The ramp is open, partially blocked. Eastbound 70 delayed 5 minutes. Belmont into the south split. Inbound 65 stop and go from 21st to Meridian. Inbound 70 slows at Rural to the north split. Then southbound 65-70 stopped from the north split to the south split because of construction. East side southbound 465 delayed 12 minutes from 70 to 74. Inbound 69, 6-minute delay, 106th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
After a bright Friday, expect an increase in cloud cover into tonight. Lows will be down to the mid-upper 20s. Saturday, mainly cloudy and below normal for this time of the year. The average high for tomorrow is 43 degrees, and we'll only see our high temperatures in the mid-30s. And then we'll track our next system into Sunday with a wintry mix possible and potential for even some light snow accumulation with highs on Sunday in the lower 30s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos? So let's rock!
So, Hammer, I guess Jay Tapper used to be some sort of respected anchorman / journalist at CNN, but he's just as bad, if not worse, than everybody else.
Right. But his smug level comes off as he's better than you.
Oh, dear.
He's better than you, even though he's more full of crap than most people. So why are we talking about Jake Tapper?
The January 6th pipe bomber. First of all, they just arrested him. Joe Biden's administration had been sitting on this information and this evidence forever. they had all the stuff to arrest this guy. They just never acted. Attorney General Pam Bondi even said like all this evidence was collecting dust under the Biden administration. And so
to be fair, so was Joe Biden. He's laying down there on the floor somewhere, just collecting dust.
Like they had all his purchases, all this guy's cell phone records. I would like to see you go into True Value and buy end caps and batteries and connectors and pipes. And they had all that on record, and they had his video. And
he's asking the guy at the front desk, "Where's the pipe bomb section?"
Right.
Oh, aisle 6. Thank you.
They had all the stuff, but Jake Tapper identified the J6 pipe bomber suspect as a 30-year-old white man. Please roll the tape.
Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device in interstate commerce and with malicious destruction by means of explosion.
Narrator, the pipe bomber is black.
Not even close to being white. He's not mixed. He's not light-skinned.
No question. He's a white guy.
Like, if you put a side-by-side of the pipe bomber and former NBA player Rajon Rondo, they look identical, man. Like, this dude's got the big forehead, the big neck. He looks like Rajon Rondo. That's what I thought it was when I first saw the picture on the screen. I thought, oh, is he making a comeback?
Wait, play the Jake Tapper thing again?
Very beginning.
Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with...
As he's saying this, there's a picture of the black guy on the screen as he's talking about the story. What are you doing? So who's writing for you? I don't believe necessarily that narrative matters here, but there is a rush to judgment sometimes with these people.
And this isn't the first time this has happened at CNN.
No.
Remember when that New York City shooter was going around?
Yeah.
And I think it was Aaron Burnett called this guy. And they put his picture on the screen. Nowhere near a white guy, possibly white.
Male, possibly white, mustache, sunglasses in that building, isolated to, they believe, to various locations, including upper floors.
Okay, so Nigel, as a professional broadcaster, as somebody who has to talk about sometimes breaking news, you do things on the fly, is this an innocent mistake? Or is there something more to this? Because it happens a lot at CNN.
There's precedent. I mean... Like, just, what enters my mind here? A couple of years ago, CNN reported the Israelis destroyed a Gazan hospital, killed 500 people. They didn't even wait for the sun to come up. That hospital was still standing. Nobody had been killed. Okay? Truth doesn't matter. It's narrative.
Right.
I don't believe Jake Tapper, if he would have known this guy was a black guy instead of a white guy, he would have said white.
But he's just Ron Burgundy. He'll read whatever you write and put it in front of him.
Exactly. And there might be something deeper going on here. I don't know.
Because, look, mistakes happen. You can misspeak, and I get that. We've done that, probably 18 times an hour. But this is a pretty big mistake that CNN habitually makes. I've got some news from the HHS, the Human Services Department. They're teaming up with RFK Jr. They're trying to make America healthy again. MAHA, I believe, is the term. But they're wanting to use AI to help revamp the healthcare industry. So let me know where you're at on this, because I kind of see both sides of the argument here. On one hand, you've got HHS going, look, dealing with the healthcare companies sucks. Everything is super expensive. They're going to railroad you. So we're going to ask artificial intelligence to kind of be the workaround here. Instead of having to pay all this money to go see a doctor or something like that, we're going to create this AI type of program to where you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Now, on the other side, Nigel, you've got people like my mom and dad who can't program a remote control without throwing something and freaking it out. You think they want to sit down and have a chat with an AI bot?
No, they want to talk to somebody in person. for sure. I'm not ashamed to say that I've like some medications I'm taking. I will go on to Grok and say, do these interact well? What do you know about this? Just kind of some general information, so I don't have to go bother my doctor or text him, who's not always available. Nothing to a level to where I'm endangering my life or anything like that. But I have gone to AI before. I've gone to Grok before and asked about certain things.
Well, luck be it, I've got a prototype.
Oh.
I pulled some strings. I reached out to my friends at the HHS. Do you want to hear what the prototype of their AI chatbot sounds like? It's actually RFK Jr. giving you health advice. Take a listen.
How about you put down the donuts and lose some goddamn weight, you fat pig?
That's the prototype of their AI chatbot for Health and Human Services.
Can I hear it again, please? One more time.
How about you put down the donuts and lose some goddamn weight, you fat pig?
Every message will sound like AI RFK Jr. I think I kind of like it.
Oh, God.
Kenny Chesney just shared news that Jimmy Buffett, in a roundabout way, made his way back on stage at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tribute show.
He's been dead a year.
Been dead for a while. Here is country star Kenny Chesney breaking down what we're talking about.
We were backstage. We were sitting back there warming up, trying to, figure out our parts and stuff. So, and Mac comes up to me and he goes, "Look at this." And it was a small urn. And he had Jimmy's ashes in his coat pocket. Jimmy's ashes were in Mac McAnally's coat pocket on stage with us as he was getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. His daughter Savannah gave it to him. So even after he passed, Jimmy found a way to join the party.
That's awesome. I mean, isn't that awesome? Did you do something with relatives' ashes?
So
did you?
We took some relatives' ashes. Crystal, the coupon lady, parents have passed away, sprinkled a little bit in the mountains of Tennessee.
Wow.
Up at a good old Rocky Top. One of their favorite places to go, one of our favorite places to go. So but let me ask you this. We're family, though. Like, that's a family thing.
Sure.
If a friend said, "Hey, I want you to put these dead ashes in your coat pocket, walk around with it, and sprinkle it somewhere," do you feel comfortable doing that? Like, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow and Crystal Hammer comes up to you and goes, "Hey, see this big bag of crap here? This is my husband. Nigel, get yourself a handful and sprinkle it." You feel comfortable doing that?
Ziploc bag of your ashes.
Right. It's in a Nestle tin container.
How am I going to say no
Quick.
to that? Yeah, of course I would.
Okay. Some people are weirded out by the whole ashes thing.
Well, I mean, there is that famous scene in The Big Lebowski where Walter is spreading Donnie's ashes over the Pacific Ocean, and then the wind blows back.
Damn it, Walter! So good. It's in the Folgers can. Hey, before we hit Matt Bear's traffic,
That's great.
I want to give you another reason to drink. I know we already gave you one earlier, but it's a busy weekend here in Indy, and I don't feel like we've given this person enough props. Hat tip to Don Fisher, the IU Hoosier Radio Network. Fish,
he's all over the place,
is like 80, but he looks like $1 million damn dollars. He sounds amazing. Saturday, he's going to do the pregame show, which is an hour long for the IU basketball game, and then the game, halftime show along with John Herrick, postgame show, and then he's going to do a big pregame show for the football game, the full football game, halftime along with John Herrick, and the postgame show. Dude, Fish is a machine. That dude is a badass.
There's a reason why we couldn't get an interview with him today. It's because he's busy.
He's drinking tea. He's icing that golden throat up, man. And, dude, his voice is just one of the all-time greats. Can I get your Iowa?
Ow!
That's good.
Ow!
So good.
Indiana Hoosiers in the ow! Hawkeye. It's a bad impression of me doing an impression of Mark Patrick doing an impression of Don Fisher, just so you know.
Dude, Fish is such a badass. And if anybody's listening that's friends with Fish, text them and say, "Hammer and Nigel, we're just talking about how awesome you are." Have a great broadcast. Couple broadcasts tomorrow, my friend. Matt Bear, what's up?
All right, west side, southbound 465. Crash on the exit ramp to Sam Jones Expressway. Ramp is open, is partially blocked. Eastbound 70, delayed 5 minutes. Belmont into the south split. Southbound 65, stop and go. 29th into Meridian. Inbound 70, slows after rural into the north split. And then delayed 6 minutes on southbound 65, 70 from the north to the south split. Inbound 69, 7-minute delay. 106 to 465. Northwest side, northbound 465, slows at 86. And on the east side, southbound 465, delayed 9 minutes. That's 7274. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield brings whole health to Brookside 54 with a food pantry, nutrition tips, and a new fitness space for teachers through Impact Fitness Foundation. Learn more at anthem.com/indy/community. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Point of privilege here. I know a previous segment you and I were talking about how Vegas right now is having a big problem with the horse herpes.
Yes,
equine.
The big rodeos out there.
Big rodeos out there make a lot of money. I have a source here that is very familiar with this. It causes neurological effects on horses. Pretty serious. Even here in Indy, our horse show was canceled this weekend. So
that's a bummer, man. It's costing people money.
That's
what happens when a horse hooks up with a Kardashian. Everybody loses money and the horses get herpes.
With you.
31 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Sit there in that silence and just let it build.
Hey, if you like these herpes jokes, if they're doing anything for you, jump to the WIBC YouTube stream. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. We got to get to at least 150 today. It's a big enough weekend here in Indy where I think we can get to 150, okay? And how about this? If we can get to 150 before 5 o'clock, I'll make some sort of AI video about producer Allison. I'll make some sort of AI video about producer Allison. You guys love Allison. We love Allison.
No one likes AI, Allison.
I think everybody likes AI, Allison. So right now we're at about 60 thumbs up. We need to get to 150 before 5 o'clock.
Let me go click thumbs up here real quick.
Get to the WIBC YouTube stream. Let's make AI magic happen. Is This Anything is next.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Jeff Saturday on Teamwork.
Hey, I know a little something about the value of teamwork. So when I found my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov, you can bet I checked some teammates' names as well. And I found them, lots of them, including a Hall of Famer and another with his own TV show. Look out for your own team and go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see if your name's on the list. Trust me, Indiana Unclaimed wants you to reunite you with your hard-earned money. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
Hey, Black Friday's come early to Tom Roush Lincoln with our 999 deal. $9,000 off a new Lincoln Corsair, $9,000 off a new Lincoln Nautilus, or $9,000 off a new Lincoln Aviator. Your choice of any of these great luxury cars, $9,000 off. So get those Black Friday deals all month long at Tom Roush Lincoln.
Corsair stock number L25277, MSRP 5220. Nautilus stock number L25270, MSRP 57235. Aviator stock number L25246, MSRP 65165. Offer good through 12/31/25.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. The year-end clearance sale is here, and before we turn 99 years old, we're slashing prices up to 50% off brands like Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, even Tempur-Pedic floor samples. Rock bottom prices plus interest-free financing, cash discounts, and free delivery within 75 miles of Columbus. Hurry! The lowest prices of 2025 in Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Hi, I'm Dylan, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a customer service specialist, I love helping couples find their dream engagement ring. And guess what? I just got engaged, so it was fun to create one myself. First, my fiance tried on a bunch of ring styles and she was drawn to a classic diamond pave setting. Then we looked at different diamond shapes from pear to oval to cushion. She fell in love with the princess cut. At Shane Company, you can create a one-of-a-kind ring and get it in days, not weeks. Because a friend wants you to have a magical holiday proposal. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Stacy, are you wearing yoga pants to go shopping? Oh, we're not going out shopping. We're staying in with JTV. I love jewelry television. Their pearls, their lab-grown diamond jewelry. Oh, hello. What about their Italian gold and moissanite fire? Okay, but what about the guys on my holiday list? Relax. JTV has gifts galore, even for men, like watches and sunglasses.
Watch JTV live and on streaming or shopjtv.com for up to 80% off select items.
Ready to shop? Yes, but can I borrow a pair of sweats?
By the time this ad ends, Washington will have burned through millions of your dollars. That's not how we do things in Indiana. I'm Congressman Jefferson Shreve, bringing Hoosier common sense to Washington. I passed legislation to cut waste, save taxpayers millions, and deliver real tax relief for workers and families. Less waste, more money in your pocket.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Make your home magical at Miss M's Home and Garden. Wonderful Christmas gifts, delectable chocolates, live trees, wreaths, and more. Miss M's Home and Garden, State Road 135 in Bargersville.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Ooh, yeah. Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed.
Little macho man out of
Is that what that
Nige.
was? Indiana Unclaimed, Attorney General's Office, presenting and reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at indianaunclaimed.gov.
Is this anything? A guy in Michigan lost his wallet at Detroit's big tree lighting event last month and didn't realize it was gone until he got home.
Oh, no.
But then a complete stranger showed up at his front door. She drove at least 20 miles to give it back to him, dropped it off in the mailbox.
Yeah.
Here's Dave and his girlfriend Shelby talking about getting his wallet returned to him.
So I was putting all my things away, got my coat on. I'm like, that's when the heart sank.
It's got to be down there somewhere. It was his wallet in her hand. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, it's in her hand. It's at home. That's
Right.
why we just want to find out who she is.
Yes, so we can repay her. So
Yeah, because she saved us a lot of
Yes.
heartbreak and a lot of just time.
we owe her a lot, so it's the least we could do.
We've had this discussion on the show before. Yes, this is something very nice. A woman returns a wallet, drives 20 miles to put it in the recipient's mailbox. You find a random wallet on the sidewalk, Hammer, but the address, it's like going to take you an hour to get it back to him. And that's the only way you can get a hold of him. You know, have a phone number or anything like that. You drive in an hour to...
No.
No.
Now, listen, I would consider mailing it back to the address on the driver's license.
Okay.
But, like, if you're asking me to drive an hour there, I don't know if I'm going to pull that off. I just don't think that's
They
gonna
said
happen.
it was 20, 30 minutes or whatever it was in that clip. But still, I don't know that I do 20 minutes.
We take the elevator from the 4th floor to the 5th floor in this building. You think we're going to drive 30 minutes out of the way for somebody we don't know?
I did. The closest thing I did one time was walking on, I was, taking a walk on the rail trail one summer in Zionsville, and I saw a guy's driver's license, like just sitting there right in the middle of the trail. And I picked it up and I put it in, I put a stamp on it and put it in the mail.
Okay, that's cool.
That's about as far as I'm going.
Look, that's a lot of effort for you. Anybody that's ever worked with Nigel or been around Nigel, that's a hell of a lot of an effort.
I mean, it took at least 5 minutes for me to do that. So, yes.
And at some point, you had like a devil and an angel on each shoulder. Like the angel was like, "You need to send it back," and then the devil was like, "Screw it, just leave it.
Just leave it right there." I sent it back.
Is this anything? Keeping it with a Christmas theme here, a Grinch caused $29,000 worth of damage to an elaborate Christmas light display in Washington State.
A Grinch?
Yeah, somebody that didn't like the Christmas light display.
Oh, a vandal.
The police are still looking for this piece of crap, but the community pulled together. They got the awesome light display fixed.
Thank God.
Here's Amy, the deputy city manager and parks director, talking about what's going on here.
Everybody loves it. This is just such a beloved program. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to do Bourse Lights this year. Can't describe how demoralizing that was for the staff that spends so much time to set this up for the community. We have extra patrols. We have cameras up. We're watching. And if we find the person, and we will, if it happens again, they're going to be prosecuted.
They're not going to find him. You have cameras up. You got it on tape. They're not going to find him.
Maybe it'll be 5 years, like the pipe bomber.
I was going to say 5 years, sitting on that evidence, collecting dust, but they're not going to find him. But those guys are a-holes. Vandals are a-holes.
Right.
Is that such a hot take?
No.
I mean, this is something. These people worked very hard at what they were doing, and somebody comes up and just randomly. I don't know. You know what comes to mind? Swatting. Where are they at with the swatting? And all the representatives, the senators, the representatives here in Indiana. In the
Hell, our pal Tony Kennett was the victim of a swatting thing the other night.
And they're not going to find those guys, are they?
When you SWAT an investigative reporter, he pulls some strings, and I think he finds out who it is. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Good point.
But let me ask you this. Let's say you and Miss Lindsay are putting up a big, awesome Christmas display at the Laskowski house. And then you see a group of young teenage punk Grinches, vandals, whatever you want to call them, trying to destroy that work. Are you okay with beating up a teenager?
Baseball bat.
I love it.
Baseball
I love
bat.
it. Love that answer. That's what I'm talking about right there. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for Mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance,
and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership.
Enter Auto House Merkel.
Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent.
At a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership.
Book service now at AutohouseMerkel.com.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
For service today?
Today.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I've been a Republican my whole life.
I proudly voted for President Trump 3 times.
I want Republicans to win.
But mid-cycle redistricting isn't the right way to do it. It's a waste of taxpayer dollars.
And it gives D.C. more power to tell us what to do.
That's not how Hoosiers do things.
Tell your legislator, spend your time passing a conservative agenda
that lowers costs and makes our lives better.
And don't rig our elections.
Paid for by Indiana Conservation voters.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Mid-decade redistricting isn't normal. It's sunny and you've got 32 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:32. That's what Democrat Matt Pierce from Bloomington said on the House floor today.
And the maps themselves, if you look at it, it goes against some of the most basic principles of map drawing. First of all, the districts are clearly not compact. And I know in 2021, I heard a lot about from that. People, your supporters of the 2021 map were very proud of the compactness.
The bill was approved by the House and it will start getting reviewed by the Senate on Monday. You won't get much of a break from the cold next week. Ryan Hedrick explains why.
Forecasters say there's an Arctic air mass sitting over Indiana. Think of it like you opening your freezer and letting all that cold air rush out. It's going to be here for the next 7 days, so daytime highs will stay in the 20s
to middle 30s at best. At nighttime lows as we go through the week in the 20s and some nights in the teens as well.
Jason Puma at the National Weather Service. Indianapolis says a system this weekend will bring about a half-inch of snow across the state. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Supreme Court is going to decide whether or not President Trump can end birthright citizenship. The High Court agreed to take up the case today. Trump signed an executive order aiming to end the practice right after he got back in office, and the justices will hear arguments next year. Average gas price in Indiana today is $2.87 a gallon, says Gas Buddy. And you know who the U.S. men's national soccer team will face in their first 2026 FIFA World Cup game? It's Paraguay. That was decided during the World Cup draw today in D.C., which even President Trump attended. The U.S. will kick off their World Cup journey on June 12th in Los Angeles. With your WIBC closing bell reports, the Dow finished the day up 104 points to 47,954. The S&P 500 gained 12 points to 6870. The NASDAQ rose by 72 points to 23,578. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 4:34.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it. And the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
With traffic now, Matt Bear, what you got?
West side crash on the exit to Sam Jones Expressway from southbound 465. It's the exit ramp that's partially blocked. Eastbound 465, south side crash between 31 and 65. Right lane is blocked. Traffic backed up almost to I-69. East side southbound to 465, delayed 11 minutes from 7274. Inbound 69, 7-minute delay, 106 to 465. Inbound 65, stop and go from 29th to Meridian, and eastbound 74-minute delay Harding Street into the south split. Crash south side, Emerson Avenue at Thompson Road, and another crash on Emerson. This is a Prospect. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. See the diamonds of Pierce Jewelers. Diamond earrings, diamond pendants, diamond rings, and diamond bracelets. They shop the world to bring you the best. Shop local, shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Heating Weather Center forecast.
Expect increasing clouds into our Friday night with lows in the mid-upper 20s. Saturday, still well below normal for this time of the year with mainly cloudy skies as highs get into the mid-30s. On Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Yeah, I would be the Nigel from the Hammer and Nigel Show. That would be the
Nigel?
The Hammer, the Jason Hammer, right over there with a very special in-studio guest.
The traffic beast.
Yeah.
Matt Baer joins us, the best traffic reporter in all of Central Indy.
Hey, man.
How are you doing, Matt?
Thanks for the kind words. It's great to be here on this huge weekend coming up for downtown Indianapolis.
Dude, I used to have, for some reason, my wife and her friends would always have their friends' Christmas party downtown on this weekend with the Big Ten Championship, and I would shake my head every time for years. What are you guys doing? Are you crazy?
And that's about teams we didn't even care about.
I know, exactly.
Iowa would be here, or
Yeah.
Michigan State. This year, Kurt Signetti and those Indiana Hoosiers are involved, Matt.
Yeah, we have the local kids in town, and this is going to be fun.
It's like the FFA's in town. All the little kids are running around.
Right. Except instead of teenagers looking up at the buildings, we're going to have drunk people looking up at the buildings, and those are the ones you have to watch out for on the crosswalks, okay? And I know not everybody's going to be driving downtown this weekend. It's a good idea not to drive downtown this weekend.
way.
But man, oh man, I saw it coming
nightmare.
in. It was already starting when I was coming in a little bit. We had people with their jerseys on and things and crossing the streets. You know, they're just having fun. I'm not mad about it, but there was some jaywalking, and I don't want to hit anybody today.
Right.
So that's
I'm telling you, man, I know everybody thinks it's going to be some IU home game. Buckeye fans travel well. Like, they're no newbies to this whole Big Ten Championship traveling with their team thing. They go hard in the paint, man. The Buckeyes are going to be represented tomorrow.
Are they well behaved? Are they going to behave themselves in downtown?
Now, I can't promise that.
Okay, all right. Or whatever. You know.
Joking aside, though, downtown tomorrow, Matt, in addition to cold temperatures, we still got a little bit of snow, some ice still on the roads. There's a big-time basketball game. There's a big-time football game. And people are shopping. People are going on date night. It's downtown Indy on a Saturday. It's going to be a little congested, so to speak.
Oh, it's going to be bedlam. It's going to be the wild, wild west, and I do like it when it's like that. As far as the people out having a good time, having a party. You know, I don't party, but everybody else can, and I love to see it. I mean, it's going to be a good weekend in downtown. But again, you have to be careful, and you have to still watch these. I need to say this just because it was such a week on the interstates. I mean, you got to watch those ramps and bridges when you're coming downtown, man. It has been bad. We've had crashes on ramps. We have one active right now at Sam Jones, and they've been slick. I've seen it myself. I've kind of in my crappy little car.
I still can't make it up my driveway in my man van.
The man van still can't get in the driveway?
I had to. Last night, I had to kind of turn into the yard to get traction from the snow and the grass, because I was late shoveling my concrete driveway, and it's just a solid sheet of ice. So I know the feeling.
Yeah.
And Matt, I'm sure you probably get the feedback in the traffic center. The salt truck drivers, they get a lot of crap because sometimes they're not out when people think they should be, or they're not on the streets that people think that they should be. We said this when we were doing like the coverage that night when hell was breaking loose. When we criticized the salt trucks, we're not criticizing the people that are actually behind the wheel. We're criticizing the decision makers, right? Because those people are working like 12-something hour shifts in a row.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. It's like whenever I report a semi-crash, I'm not mad at the semi-driver. You know, it's the same thing. And a lot of times with these salt guys, in delivering the salt, you put it down beforehand. But as far as the plowing goes, you have to wait to a certain time to be able to start plowing with the snow. And we, you know, these, like
when
you
does
said,
Matt Baer start plowing in the snow?
Forget in the snow. Just stop. You could have stopped at plowing.
Mescalin's a hell of a drug.
That should be your next podcast, Plowing with Matt Baer. It's a dating show.
Plowing in the snow with Matt Baer. 7-step process, number 1. Nobody's yelling at the plow drivers, and they're cool, and they're working their butts off. And remember, a lot of times when we get upset about the salt, somebody has to make a decision to put the salt down.
Right.
And sometimes they're like, well, we don't really believe the forecast, no salt goes down. And that everybody is sliding all over the place.
The decision makers have their phone and their text messages set to silent.
Yeah.
Like whenever I see somebody that has set their text messages to silent, you best believe I'm trying to override that bad boy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes,
Every time.
One of my good friends has something that says so and so is driving, and I'm like, well, life's a bitch.
So and so needs to get a hold of the person that's driving.
Yeah, I really need to get a hold of this person.
Abdul has that setting on his
It was
phone.
Abdul,
I've tried to text Abdul before. Excuse me, I'm driving. I'll call you back.
By the way, speaking of plowing, 25 more likes, and we'll get that AI Allison video up at some point on our social media. 25 more likes on the YouTube stream. And if that's not a motivating factor for you, Matt Bear's on the YouTube stream right now. And Matt, you look like $1 million.
Oh, thank you. I was kind of just joking around with it when I was flexing for the YouTube chat. Thanks, man. It's
like, how do you stay in shape during the holidays? Like, it's easy to just go on a bender and blame it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I found myself trying to do that because I'm in a weight loss journey. I'm not quite as buff as you are, Matt, but
You're not?
Believe it or not, I'm not. But I found myself trying to behave a little bit more, but still enjoying life and enjoying food.
That's excellent. That's what you have to do. Sometimes I'm blessed enough for somebody to come up to me in the gym and ask me what I do. And to me, it's just, okay, how is this radio show so
Yeah, but
good?
then when they grab your shoulder and whisper that in your ear, it's always weird.
No.
What do you do?
I tell him, I say, I won't answer unless you whisper the question in my ear. And you kind of tickle my ear, too. It's like, this radio show, why is it so good? Well, it's because consistency. You guys work together. And, that's the same thing with anything you do, like exercise. You have to be consistent. And this December, I don't see for a single reason I'll stray from my diet or my regime or anything else. That's all it is. It's what hard work. It's what
Do you
the
have a
country's built
cheat
on,
day?
Not really.
As a recovering alcoholic, I realize that's a whole different animal. You can't cheat on that at all. But can you have a piece of pumpkin pie with some extra whipped cream every once in a while?
Absolutely. The problem I have is, and I had this before I officially was certified alcoholic, is with
certified. There's paperwork you have to fill out.
Yeah, there's a little
Somewhere,
badge.
somebody's getting a 6-figure salary to see Matt Bear pantsless on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, it's official.
50 more likes. That's all we need. But yeah, it's just I'll have a cheat day, but it won't be anything significant. And,
slice of pizza, maybe? Or something?
Yeah. I'll go get a gyro across the street from the garage.
Ooh,
You guys like
yeah.
the garage? On
Hell
Matt's
yeah.
app,
Love gyros.
There's a great place to get a gyro, and I'll go get a gyro. But like you were talking about, Hammer, I mean, it does you no good if you're not enjoying your life, man. So eat the pizza. You have kids that one in college age that you can have fun. And I know nothing about being a parent, but it sounds like a good life. It sounds like you're doing all the right things, man. It's badass.
Well, man, I appreciate that.
It's badass, dude. Totally.
And look, it's okay to ask for help, whether it's in weight loss or in recovery. I feel like these are some of the same principles. Like fatties like me, recovering alcoholics like you, I got to a point to where I couldn't lose any more weight on my own, so I reached out to Premier Weight Loss. Now, full disclosure, I've become an advertiser with Premier Weight Loss, but it's because I decided to sign up and use the product, and it's been beneficial to me.
Well, these products, and like with Premier Weight Loss you're talking about, I mean, they start good habits. When somebody talks to me, I will always say, go see a professional. With my gym, the YMCA, you get a couple of sessions, and we are not affiliated to Y. But you can go and learn the right way to do things. And guys, I've never been successful at anything unless I had help, unless somebody showed me the right way. And I get that a lot here at WIBC.
Have you learned as you've gotten older, it's easier to ask for help? Because when I was younger, and this is something that I dealt with in my professional career, I was a one-man band. I didn't want to rely on anybody. I planned for everything by myself. I was a control freak. Nigel knows this. I still deal with this a little bit. But as I've gotten older, it's become a little easier to rely and ask for help. Does that make sense?
It makes absolute sense. We mature. We have experiences that make us know that, hey, I can't do this on my own. And especially when we're at the darkest, a little bit of despair. And I don't want to bring down the Friday party or anything, but, when you're really in the
bringing
abyss,
down anything. Right?
Yeah, you do ask for help. And it's just in the evidence that if you want to proceed to the next level in something, or if you just want to become a better person, whatever the reason is, for yourself, for your wife, for your kids, you go out and you say, how do I do this? And hopefully you're asking the right people, the people you trust the most, and hopefully that person's going to be a friend or family member enough to say, here's what you're doing wrong, in my opinion, and here's what you can do better. Because that's a good friend right there.
Hey, I want to take a little time out right here because we got to hit a commercial break. But when we come back, I want to hear the clip from your podcast, okay?
Cool, man. Thanks.
Matt Bear's with us, the Traffic Beast. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Gotta love what Galaxy Concrete Coatings is doing. So not only do they do awesome custom concrete coatings for garage floors, basement floors, anything concrete, but they're also sponsoring my virtual red kettle with the Salvation Army and Radiothon. So any donation you make, they match up to $1,000. Go to WIBC.com. Need your help raising money for people who need it. And you can do this up until December 12th. Thank you, Galaxy Concrete Coatings. By the way, if you want to get a quote, galaxyconcretecoatings.com or call them 751-9070.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
Butler Ballet presents their holiday tradition of Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker, accompanied by the Butler Symphony Orchestra and Indianapolis Children's Choir. Join Butler Ballet and revel in the magic and spectacle of live ballet, spectacular dancing, beautiful costumes, glorious scenery, and pyrotechnics. Flash! Catch this holiday classic December 4th through the 7th at historic Clues Memorial Hall. Tickets and more information at butlerartscenter.org.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family heating and air.
Maintenance is going to drastically increase the efficiency and performance of your system. It's also going to significantly improve the longevity of it. People think that they are saving money by skipping their maintenance, and in reality, they're just shaving years off the life and increasing the consumption of that unit, spending a lot more in the long term.
Get your tune-up today at Family Heating and Air, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Press 1 for balances. Press 2 for deposits. Press 3 to scream into the void.
We get it. These days, it's all phone menus and chatbots. But business banking doesn't have to be that way. Bank with Horizon and discover the power of real AI, advisor intelligence. Real people who answer calls, know your business, and go above and beyond to help you succeed. Get started today at horizonbank.com/businessai.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Progressive knows road trips without your pet can be tough.
Hi, this is Next Stop Dog Boarding.
Hi, it's Scott again. How's Squeaks doing? You can tell if he's stressed by his eyebrows. Oh, and his breathing should sound like this.
Scott, Squeaks is exactly the same as last time you called.
Okay, let's talk in 20 to see if anything's changed.
With Progressive, your pet is covered up to $1,000 in vet bills in case of a car accident. So next time, you can take your pet with you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
It's B Windows' biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com.
Trust me.
What if the next time you painted your home was the last time you painted your home?
Our home has had Rhino Shield for 10 years.
Rhino Shield. Call 888-RHINO-41. Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
See the diamonds at Pierce Jewelers. Diamond earrings, diamond pendants, diamond rings, and diamond bracelets. They shop the world to bring you the best. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Make a difference this season with WIBC's Radiothon, sponsored by Financial Center, your credit union for what's next. Learn more and get involved at fcfcu.com.
By the way, make sure you hit our virtual kettle for the Radiothon. Go to WIBC.com. When you make your donation, please write, "I hate Rob Kendall." That's important to us. We're in a contest with
Very
Rob.
important.
a fundraising contest. Make sure you write "I hate Rob Kendall" as the note when you donate to our virtual kettle to help the Salvation Army. Matt Bear.
West Side crash southbound 465 at Sam Jones Expressway. The ramp is open. It is partially blocked. Inbound 65 stop and go right now from 29th to Meridian. Eastbound 77-minute delay Belmont into the south split. Southbound 6570 is stopped from the north split to the south split. On the northeast side, inbound 69 delayed 6 minutes, 106 to 465. Northbound 465 slows Penn Pike up to I-69 in those southbound lanes. Stop and go from 70 to 74. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carville. She's too special for just an average gift. See Pierce Jewelers for the breathtaking sparkle in their rare, one-of-a-kind, fancy-colored diamond collection. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Before we play the clip from Matt Bear's podcast, Nigel, do me a favor and go to the Hammer and Nigel Show Facebook page.
Okay.
We got the number of likes required for an AI Allison video. I just want to get your thoughts on it.
Okay.
It's also on our Twitter and our Instagram. Posting on Instagram right now.
Ooh, I can see too.
She said nothing inappropriate, Hammer.
It's the Grinch. It's not bad.
She said, come on, I have to have Allison's back here. Allison, how are you over there, doll?
I'm not okay.
You look great. You look great in that video.
We have been over this
That's why the
several times.
Grinch was so turned on.
First off, that is not me. It is AI. So the compliments you're giving is to the AI Allison. But no. I swear the Grinch is holding a box of Chinese food in his right hand before he...
What is he doing with the Chinese food?
He doesn't like Christmas. He's not going to eat your ham. He's the Grinch. So if you want to see producer Allison and the Grinch comes this close to coitus, go to the Hammer and Nigel Show Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram story. It's all right there. Thank you for giving us 150 likes.
I think you're going to have an off-air conversation.
Matt Bear, what clip do we have?
We have supporting. I'm on this podcast, fellas. Allison, it's called Supporting Sobriety. And it's for the caregiver, the recovering alcoholic and addict. And I do this with my glorious partner, Rad Hedrick, who does our morning news here at WIBC, Supporting Sobriety Podcast. And actually, tomorrow we're taping an episode on Christmas and inviting your addict still in use for Christmas festivities. So really, this is going to be good stuff for the caregiver. And one of the things, the holidays are it's brutal for people that are in recovery and people that are not sometimes. It's tough. There's so much families, maybe some fractured relationships, and it's tempting to kind of think, okay, this is a little much for me to handle. I think I'm going to go steal a drink here. And it's very possible for that to happen.
Sneak a pull?
Yeah, sneak a little bit of a pull. And, anytime you think about that, there's always a consequence. And one of those consequences is people not seeing you as a responsible person anymore.
And I'll tell you what, man, when my father first came into my life, I was a wreck. I was a wreck.
He was a bank. He was a credit card.
Yeah, he was it. Yeah,
I know the feeling.
I tried to extort him. I tried to extort him for everything I thought that he owed me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the fun thing about addiction is you never do anything wrong.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody owes you all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's you. That's all we're doing, and
I was a victim. I was a professional victim.
Oh, yeah, I'm a victim. Yeah. People have treated me like crap my whole life, and this is not my fault. And that's the interesting thing when we start to attack our emotions. And I don't want to use the word attack, but, deal with our emotions.
So, Matt, we're up against it here, but where can we find this podcast? Because it helps so many different types of people. I love this. Where can we find it?
Supporting Sobriety at any major podcast provider. I use Apple and Spotify. You can find it anywhere at Sobriety_pod on X and Instagram. We'd love to have you.
You're the best. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We know you can get your holiday gifts anywhere these days, but knowing your loved one's gift was crafted by master jewelers? It's a difference everyone can see and feel, no matter the price. All of our fine jewelry begins with a vision by our in-house designers. Then, we ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. It's why our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty that covers everything and doesn't cost a dime. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry to be nothing short of perfect. Come see for yourself. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
It's not just cancer care, it's the complete care you get at Hendricks.
And you can feel that spirit of excellence, trying to do what's best from a medical standpoint, but also trying to affect the patient and their family as you would a family member.
Hendricks Care is trying to meet the patient where they are.
You know your body better than anyone else.
Do the cancer screening early.
An ounce of prevention versus a pound of cure.
Learn about health screenings at hendricks.org/cancer.
Hi, I'm Scott Wilson, third generation owner of Wilson Farm Market, just 15 minutes north of 465, right on US 31. If you love fried chicken, we've got you covered. Crispy, juicy, made fresh daily, and it comes with sides like mashed potatoes, potato wedges, mac and cheese, and way more. And now, through the end of Radiothon, we're donating 10% of all our fried chicken sales to the Salvation Army. Wilson Farm Market, where good taste runs in the family. Just 15 minutes north of 465 on 31.
Jeff Saturday on Teamwork.
Hey, I know a little something about the value of teamwork. So when I found my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov, you can bet I checked some teammates' names as well. And I found them, lots of them, including a Hall of Famer and another with his own TV show. Look out for your own team and go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see if your name's on the list. Trust me, Indiana Unclaimed wants you to reunite you with your hard-earned money. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
If you've been waiting to try learning a new language with Babbel, now is the time. For just a few more days, you can unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription at our largest discount of the year. Where will Babbel take you? Find out at Babbel.com. Y una cosa más. This is your last chance because our biggest sale of the year ends on December 7th. For just a few more days, you can get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Breathe in the wonder and joy of Christmas, where the extraordinary often shines through the ordinary moments, through kindness, care, and compassion. At Franciscan Health, we provide care rooted in faith, love, and dignity, and believe life is a gift and every moment is extraordinary. So take a breath and give thanks as we celebrate the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Merry Christmas. Franciscan Health. Love your extraordinary life.
The president plans to hit the road. Lisa Brady, Fox News. He'll make his case on the economy, challenging criticism of his agenda.
As polls show a majority of Americans are not satisfied with President Trump's handling of the economy, he will take his affordability message on the road starting Tuesday in Pennsylvania, the White House says. The president has called Democrats' message on affordability a con job, pointing to gas and grocery prices as proof his economic policies are bringing down cost. President Trump also says his use of tariffs will return manufacturing to places like Pennsylvania, a state he carried in last year's election.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. We also get the Fed's latest take on the economy next week. New reports delayed by the government shutdown show inflation in line with or slightly lower than expectations for September, up 0.3 of a point from August and at 2.8% year over year, a slight increase in consumer spending, growing, though at a slower pace. That was before the record kickoff to the holiday shopping season. President Trump expecting soccer's World Cup to be good for the economy, the U.S. hosting matches for the first time in more than 30 years.
We have already set records with ticket sales. I don't think there's ever been anything like it in any sport.
The president attending today's final draw, along with the leaders of Mexico and Canada, which are also hosting matches next year. Team USA will face Paraguay first in the opening round. They're in Group D, along with Australia and the winner of a Group C playoff. A Virginia man accused of planting pipe bombs in D.C. nearly 5 years ago makes his first court appearance.
Brian Cole Jr. not entering a plea, but telling a federal judge in Washington, D.C. he understands the charges against him. The FBI revealing Cole was identified as a suspect through credit card charges, cell phone data, and a license plate reader, not sharing details of a possible motive.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. He's due back in court December 15th. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The approval of redrawing the state's congressional maps. It's sunny and 32 degrees on Monument Circle. The low tonight is 25. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. That's what the Indiana House decided to do. The vote is 57-41. The proposal reshapes Indiana's two Democratic districts in a way Republicans hope will flip them in next year's midterm election.
You really do want to erase the Democratic Party when it comes to Congress. An institution that I once worked for a Democrat, and that really, I kind of thought, how do we get here?
Democrat Matt Pierce from Bloomington said on the House floor today that Democrats offered more than 20 amendments yesterday, but none of them were approved. Tomorrow afternoon should be nice, but as the day turns into night.
However, a stronger system is looking to go through the area on Saturday night into Sunday. And at that time, we could have another chance of snow. Chance of snow with that system we're a little bit more confident on because there will be a little bit more moisture, a little bit more forcing.
Jason Puma with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says we'll have a hard time getting out of the 30s all next week as a cold Arctic air mass moves in. An arrest has been made in the shooting of two town marshals from Kirkland last month in Clinton County. John Herrick reports.
State police say the man they believe who shot both of them in Clinton County during a traffic stop was a man named Jerome Bowens. Bowens was released from a hospital in Indianapolis on Thursday and immediately taken to the Clinton County Jail. And one of the marshals was injured but recovered, while the other one avoided injury because a bullet hit his bulletproof vest. Another adult was also hurt after getting hit by some of the gunfire in the exchange. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The 4-18 Indiana Pacers heading to Chicago to play the 9-2 Bulls tonight. Tip-off is at 8. And you've got IU basketball and football tomorrow. Hoosiers and Louisville Cardinals are both 7-1, and they play at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. The tip-off is at 2:15. And in the Big Ten Championship, IU and Ohio State face each other. The kickoff for that game is at 8. Both football teams are 12-0. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 5:04.
The holidays are the most wonderful time of the year. And let's be honest, between travel, to-do lists, and year-end everything, it can get overwhelming. Now add retirement planning to the mix? Not a chance. Here's the good news. Retirement planning doesn't have to be stressful. At Howard Bailey Financial, our team simplifies the process, listens to your goals, and helps you take your next retirement steps with more confidence. So while you're wrapping gifts and planning get-togethers, let Howard Bailey Financial help you wrap up your retirement plan. Get started today by texting WRAP to 888-494-5004 to download your free retirement toolkit. That's WRAP to 888-494-5004. Because financial confidence doesn't just belong under the tree, it belongs in your future. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. See disclosures at howardbailey.com.
With your WIBC traffic at 5:05, here's Matt Bear.
Yeah, Jake, northeast side, westbound 465 shy of Allisonville Road. A stall in the right lane back. He's up to 69. 11-minute delay on inbound 69, 106 to 465. Southeast side, southbound 465 at Brookville Road. A stall blocking the right lane. We're stopped back to I-70. And then inbound 65, stop and go 29th to Meridian. Eastbound 74-minute delay, Harding to the south split. Southbound 65. 6570 is stopped from the north split to the south split because of construction. South side northbound 65 Carls Raymond into the south split because of construction. And then on the west side southbound 465 slow roll in parts. This is from West 56 past Crawfordsville Road. Traffic sponsored by O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream. Cold weather wearing on your hands. Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. You'll see visible results in one use and guaranteed relief for dry, cracked hands. O'Keefe's Working Hands, America's #1 hand cream. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Expect an increase in cloud cover into tonight. Lows will be down into the mid to upper 20s. Saturday, mainly cloudy and below normal for this time of the year, and we'll only see our high temperatures in the mid 30s. And then we'll track our next system into Sunday with a wintry mix possible and potential for even some light snow accumulation with highs on Sunday in the lower 30s. I'm Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel. On the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock!
Yeah, I'm Nigel. Jason Hammer was missing for about an hour or two today because he was at the State House celebrating and demonstrating with all the pro-redistricting folks in Turning Point. You led the charge. Good job, buddy. I'm proud of you.
I'm raising my hand.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Jason Hammer, go ahead.
I did not attend that event. I'm kind of ticked off. They called us Indianaans because it's Turning Point Action, right?
Yeah,
it's a group that's kind of a spinoff of Turning Point USA, Turning Point Action.
They had a big rally.
Well, big. It's about 100
I don't know,
plus
man.
people.
I'm looking at Representative Ireland's pictures. There was a couple hundred.
Okay.
I bet a couple hundred showed up.
It's just that the conservative voter, we're not the protest people. That's not who we are. We're not taking a day off to go down to the State House unless it's something that's going to benefit our pocketbooks. The reason the property tax rally worked, it was like the perfect storm, right? There was the holiday, if you want to call it that, St. Patrick's Day downtown.
It was on a Monday, though, and still had that amount of people.
And people showed up wearing green, and this was something that affected the listener, your money. This, I got news for you. Like, I'm in favor of changing the map because screw Andre Carson. I'm in favor of 9-0, but I'm also not expecting much either. I think my life will probably stay the same regardless which turd is my representative in the House.
Well, I'm expecting on, I keep saying macro level, Donald Trump's agenda after the midterms. Right. That's what I'm expecting.
Well, if they lose the midterms, if Republicans lose the midterms, which is normally the case in the midterm election after the presidential,
it's
right?
A swing.
It's a swing. The other side, it's fired up. If the Democrats win the House, it's going to be impeachment first. There's going to be nothing that's going to benefit anybody's life.
Yeah.
It's all about Donald Trump and impeachment. Now, it's going to be a ridiculous waste of time because I think the Republicans are going to hang on to the Senate. So nothing will happen in the Senate. And even if the Democrats do have an advantage, you have to have like over 60 votes. It's not going to happen in the U.S. Senate. So it's a big waste of everybody's time, but then they get to run around and do a circle jerk and say, we impeach Donald Trump. Okay. So really, that's what this is about. That's why I'm in favor of making this 9-0. One, my representative doesn't do anything and he's worthless. But number two, I don't want to have to go through all the impeachment process because Orange Man bad, because Donald Trump said something to hurt your feelings. That's what I'm rooting for here. Quick point of personal privilege on my end here, Nige. We are going to be out at Googman House Brewing Company this Sunday. This Sunday, the Colts and the Jags game is going to be on TV, so we want everybody to come out there and join us. We're going to drink, we're going to gamble, we're going to eat.
And it's Franciscan Health. We're partnering up with Franciscan Health for free health screenings. Like it's Men's Health Awareness Month. Movember, for God's sake. Well, I guess Movember was last month. But look, the point is you could come there and you could get screened. You could ask a doctor. You could ask a professional. You might be able to find something that starts out small and has the potential to turn out big in terms of your health.
All for free.
Negative.
Doesn't cost anything.
And yeah, the Colts game is going to be on.
Right. So come out and hang out with Nigel and I. We're going to have a real good time and get these health screenings too, because they're there for you for free from Franciscan Health.
So easy.
Googman House Brewing Company. Also, it's Friday. If anyone got paid, now would be the time to get your tickets for our Red, White, and Bowl charity bowling event. Presented by Jack Daniels. It's a beer sample Friday on January 16th at Woodland Bowl.
Jack Sample Friday.
Jack Sample Friday. This is one of the most fun things that we do all year. We're raising money to help Hoosier veterans, and Bowling to Veterans Link is the charity. So we're going to take care of some Hoosier heroes that need a little pick-me-up. And we are going to have some beverages. There's a pizza buffet. There's 3 hours of bowling. There's prizes.
The pizza at Woodland's so good.
It is too, man. That pizza buffet, and they keep them coming. You will get your share of pizza.
You got a few weeks to plan for this. It's Friday, January 16th. Okay?
But it sells out every year.
Yeah, so hurry, but don't, look, just go to WIBC.com. Get tickets, get a lane. You can do it personally. You could get a team together. People take it seriously. People have fun.
Right. There's competitive bowlers. There's people there to drink as much beer as possible and pass out.
Me.
So depending on where you're at, you can buy couple tickets, you and a buddy, you and a family member, or you can get a full lane of 6. Buy a full lane of 6. Nigel and I, we go lane to lane. We're drinking, we're laughing, we're talking to everybody. It's a fun night. But if you got paid today, don't wait. Screw Nigel saying you've got a couple weeks. Kiss my ass. Buy your tickets right now.
Do it.
Go to WIBC.com before this thing sells out. WIBC.com. Look for the Red, White, and Bowl. CNN panel last night. Sometimes it's Scott Jennings as the one that silences the panel by being the voice of reason.
Masterclass.
Last night, it was somebody different. Joe Borelli, a Republican from New York, he was talking about this drug boat, Pete Hegseth controversy. Did he intentionally go back to kill 2 people in the water? Take a listen to how Joe Borelli shut down and silenced an entire panel by saying pretty much the exact same things Nigel and I have been saying from day one.
Let me just start by saying I don't care, not one bit. Genuinely and wholly do not care about these 2 men in the boat. We're talking about 2 people who were clinging to life. How about the thousands of Americans every month that are on the floor in some bathroom clinging to life because of overdoses from drugs that these people brought? Yeah. These guys are not good guys. But this basically follows the typical Democratic fact pattern. It starts with a fake news story about Pete Hegseth that gets disproven. Right? He didn't actually order them to kill everyone. That's been sort of taken back. And then it goes into the part where Democrats defend the bad guys at the expense of law enforcement and now the American military. This is kind of standard Democratic operations. And if you ask me, I give more of a crap about the Americans who are losing their life every single year to drug overdose than 2 jerks floating on a boat trying to flip it back over or whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'm starting a slow clap like in the movie Hoosiers right here. That's perfect. That's what I want to hear right there. That's right on. Thank you so much.
And that's the Democratic playbook, as flawed as it is. They turn around and start defending the bad guys.
Right.
Wait a minute. We didn't know what these guys, they were still alive when the drone. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? These guys poison people every day in this country. And it's poison, it's murder.
Right.
People might think, as bad as it is, you buy a Xanax, right? And all of a sudden, you're on the floor dying of fentanyl because it's mixed. It's you don't know you're taking fentanyl. Now, there are some people that do take fentanyl on purpose. But, God, like 100,000 people, Hammer.
Right.
100,000 people.
If you're somebody that's a old school Democrat, somebody that feels like the party is leaning pretty crazy and you're being left behind, this has to drive you insane. All of a sudden, you've got a chance to take control of the House of Representatives. The midterms are coming up. This is our chance to win back the House. And the party message is, we're pro-Venezuelan drug boats. Like, you're doing the Frank Drebin faceplant at that point, aren't you? Like, this is why you guys lost the Donald Trump
When you put it like that.
That's so ridiculous. Before we hit a break here, Nige,
Yes.
remember when Donald Trump called Ilhan Omar garbage? He had that big rant on, I think it was Air Force One, did a press gaggle, and was talking about all the fraud, the Somali controversy.
All the COVID fraud with the Somali.
And how Ilhan Omar is constantly ripping on the United States, and he called her garbage. Well, the same party that is Team Venezuelan drug boats, they're very upset that Donald Trump used the word garbage.
Oh, no.
They're not upset at the fact that he's feuding with Representative Omar. They're upset that he used the term garbage. Here is what Minnesota Reverend Paul Graham said, quote, "No human being is garbage, Mr. President." Amy Klobuchar, Senator of Minnesota, also critical of Donald Trump saying that people aren't garbage. Nigel, I'm old enough to remember when Joe Biden called all of Donald Trump's supporters garbage.
For Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is just supporters.
Who wants to tell Amy Klobuchar? Who wants to tell the Reverend? Matt Bear.
East side, southbound 465 at Brookville Road. Stall blocking the right lane backed up to I-70. That's a delay of 10 minutes. Northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go 86 to 865 exit east. We're slow over to Ditch. Inbound 69, an 8-minute delay from 106th Street to 465. East side, northbound 465, slow Penn Pike up to Allisonville Road. Eastbound 465, stop and go traffic Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Inbound 65 slows 29 to Meridian. Eastbound 70 delayed 4 minutes. Belmont to the south split. And southbound 65 70 jams north split to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Your favorite song shouldn't have to wait for Wi-Fi. Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, looking outside at Monument Circle 29 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. All right, Allison, jump on the mic with us here. Earlier, we were having a little fun. We were having a contest to see how many thumbs up we can get on the YouTube stream. And I said, if we get to 150, I'll make a fun video of producer Allison. And what I did was I took the Grinch and Allison, and they're kind of making out on a Christmas staircase, right? Elaine posts on the Facebook page, "Allison, you should leave and go somewhere where you're actually respected." Now, we joke a lot. We give each other crap. Hell, Nige and I roast each other all the time because that's what
Every
dudes
day.
do. Allison is considered an honorary dude here. You're not really offended by this, are you?
Well, I appreciate the concern, Elaine. I really do. That's very sweet that people are looking out. But no, it's all in good fun. Like you said, it's just I like to say this is. I was never in a sorority in college, but I feel like I'm in a frat now, and this is part of the experience. So
everybody keeps on asking me if is that Nigel in the Grinch suit?
Oh, wow!
I've gotten multiple questions. No, that's not. Did you?
I mean, it's a fair question because
eating Chinese food.
Yeah, he's sitting there. He's not doing anything. He's eating. So I mean, it's fair that it's you.
Why is he holding a box of Chinese food there?
Well, the Grinch doesn't like Christmas. So would you want to? He's not going to have a candy cane. He's not going to have a ham. He's going to have Chinese food because he's the Grinch, right? And when given the opportunity to make out with Allison, he dropped the Chinese food. So Elaine, to quote one of the great movies of all times, lighten up, Francis. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Yeah, our house definitely had those old, cracked, drafty windows that had never been replaced for decades. That's why I had Window Nation come out, yank those suckers out of there, and put in brand new Window Nation windows that keep my heating bills down. They keep the warm air in and they keep the cold air out. And right now, windownation.com has an incredible deal. 50% off all window styles and 0% interest for 5 years.
50% off all window styles. You find a style that you like, it's 50% off. And you could get 0% interest financing for 5 years. Take advantage of Window Nation's end of the year sale. I'm a Window Nation customer. I'm telling you, you are going to love these new windows. It's going to make your house feel so much better and look better. WindowNation.com. That's WindowNation.com, but you have to tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
I've been a Republican my whole life.
I proudly voted for President Trump 3 times.
I want Republicans to win.
But mid-cycle redistricting isn't the right way to do it. It's a waste of taxpayer dollars.
And it gives D.C. more power to tell us what to do.
That's not how Hoosiers do things.
Tell your legislator, spend your time passing a conservative agenda
that lowers costs and makes our lives better.
And don't rig our elections.
Paid for by Indiana Conservation voters.
This holiday season, make your home magical with Sundown Gardens and Miss M's Home and Garden. From sparkling Christmas trees to glowing holiday decorations and show-stopping fresh greenery and trees for inside and out, Sundown and Miss M's has everything you need to turn your home into a winter wonderland. Visit them for wonderful Christmas gifts, delectable chocolates, live trees, wreaths, and more. Come in, get inspired, and let the holiday spirit ring. Sundown Gardens, 186th and Spring Mill in Westfield, Miss M's on 135 in Bargersville.
Great gift idea for you. The gift of Indy's most iconic dining experiences. Now through the end of the month, Hughes Culinary is offering a 20% bonus gift card with every gift card purchase of $125 or more. That's 20% more to give or to keep for yourself. Either way, it's an awesome gift from Hughes Culinary.
I think gift cards are the best gift. St. Elmo Steakhouse, Harry and Izzy's, HC Tavern and Kitchen, 1933 Lounge. Get yours today, HughesCulinary.com.
Has your house become a burden? Why not sell it to us? Simple Quarters is a local Christian company that loves to assist people in difficult situations.
Wanda's been in real estate. I've been in construction.
Probably we've flipped about 40 houses. I don't want to do it anymore. We're in our early 80s. Sometimes you have to give it up.
James, he did a good job.
When I got the purchase agreement, and he did have things in there that was pertinent to me.
James followed through on what he said.
Call Simple Quarters 317-900-HOME.
Jeff Saturday on Teamwork.
Hey, I know a little something about the value of teamwork. So when I found my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov, you can bet I checked some teammates' names as well. And I found them, lots of them, including a Hall of Famer and another with his own TV show. Look out for your own team and go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see if your name's on the list. Trust me, Indiana Unclaimed wants you to reunite you with your hard-earned money. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Yeah, our house definitely had those old, cracked, drafty windows that had never been replaced for decades. That's why I had Window Nation come out, yank those suckers out of there, and put in brand new Window Nation windows that keep my heating bills down. They keep the warm air in, and they keep the cold air out. And right now, WindowNation.com has an incredible deal. 50% off all window styles and 0% interest for 5 years.
50% off all window styles. You find a style that you like, it's 50% off. And you could get 0% interest financing for 5 years. Take advantage of Window Nation's end of the year sale. I'm a Window Nation customer. I'm telling you, you are going to love these new windows. It's going to make your house feel so much better and look better. WindowNation.com. That's WindowNation.com, but you have to tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
She's too special for just an average gift. See Pierce Jewelers for the breathtaking sparkle in their rare, one-of-a-kind, fancy colored diamond collection. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
Are you okay with this? Brought to you by Window Nation. Window Nation's end-of-year sale is your chance to save big with 50% off all window styles plus 0% financing for 5 years.
5 golden years.
Sale ends very soon. Just visit windownation.com to get started. Hammer, this is very interesting. I have relatives that graduated from Taylor University. You've heard of Taylor University up north?
Oh, yeah.
Taylor University's legendary Silent Night game is tonight. It's the 28th time they've done this. Here's what happens. Students dress in holiday costumes. They all rush into the arena, claim their seats hours before tip-off, and then once the game tips off, the fans stay totally silent until the home team scores their 10th point. And then it's chaos, floor is rush, lots of sing-alongs. Are you okay with this?
Yes, I love this. And I think our pal Jake Query from The Fan went to this last year. It was on his sports bucket list to go see this game. So, again, all the fans get there hours early. They're in their Christmas onesies and weird costumes, right? And once the game officially tips off, you could hear a pin drop in there. And then when the home team scores their 10th point, there's a floor rush, there's chaos. So here's what it sounded like on the Taylor University television feed when they scored their 10th point a year ago.
Taylor up 9-4, Euro step.
So, yeah, Allison, play that one more time. Listen how quiet it is. The play-by-play guy's doing his thing, and then when the guy hits the layup on the Euro step, listen to the reaction.
Taylor up 9-4, Euro step.
And it's bedlam. Like, for a couple of minutes, everybody rushes the floor.
That's great.
And then they go back to their seats to watch the rest of the game. But during the game, while action's going on, the crowd sings Christmas carols.
Beautiful.
And the game's going on during this. Yes, I am 100% okay with that. I think it's a fantastic tradition. We got a special guest coming up.
Yeah, Alex Marlowe, editor-in-chief, Breitbart News, just found out breaking news last night that some powerful people in the UK trying to shut Breitbart down.
Oh, the censorship police.
Not only censorship, but shut it down for good.
Oh,
we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff next segment here.
That's coming up right after Jake does the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
An update about the redistricting plan. It's mostly cloudy on Monument Circle. You've also got 32 degrees and lows tonight in the mid-20s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 529. A plan to redraw Indiana's congressional maps was approved today. John Herrick reports.
The plan would make major changes to the state's 2 Democratic districts before next year's midterms. Democrat Matt Pierce of Bloomington says this presents all kinds of issues.
You know, it's really a sad day when it's right at the point where it's saying, like, I like a few Republicans as friends, probably be an attack ad against me in the primary. This guy likes some Republicans. We can't have him up there. All of this stuff happening is so far out of the norm.
The Senate convenes to discuss it on Monday. Governor Mike Braun says he commends House Speaker Todd Houston and his caucus for having the courage to protect Hoosier voters. Sean Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A man named Brian Cole Jr. appeared in court today. He was accused of planting pipe bombs near the Republican and Democratic national headquarters in 2021. Cole was arrested yesterday. The Supreme Court will hear arguments on whether President Trump can end birthright citizenship. The High Court granted the appeal in the case today and expect a decision sometime late next June. Average gas price in Indiana today is $2.87 a gallon, says Gas Buddy. That's up 6 cents from last week. And a new chapter in a popular series unfolds. Fox's Michelle Polino reports.
The Game of Thrones universe is adding another night or two to its legacy. HBO has dropped the final trailer for Night of the Seven Kingdoms. The series takes place a century before the events of Game of Thrones, following the lives of Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire Egg.
Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Targaryens, they're incestuous aliens and tyrants.
The 6-episode series is set during an age when the Targaryens still hold the Iron Throne. The season premieres Sunday, January 18th at 10 p.m. on HBO and streams on HBO Max. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
News time, 5:31. Your traffic now with Matt Bear.
All right, Jake, looking at the south side, this is a crash on southbound 65 approaching Southport Road, and the off-ramp is partially blocked right now. The ramp is open. It's just a little bit slow right now. Also on the south side, eastbound 465 stop-and-go traffic after 31 over to Arlington Avenue. West side southbound 465 slows after West 56 through the Crawfordsville Road interchange and down to West 10th. Boone County southbound 65 stop-and-go traffic after Whitestown Parkway to 865. Inbound 69, 7-minute delay, 106 to 465. East side northbound 465 stop and go east 56 up to I-69. Eastbound 70 delayed 4 minutes, Belmont into the south split, and southbound 6570 stopped north split to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. See the diamonds at Pierce Jewelers. Diamond earrings, diamond pendants, diamond rings, and diamond bracelets. They shop the world to bring you the best. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
After a bright Friday, expect an increase in cloud cover into tonight. Lows will be down to the mid to upper 20s. Saturday, mainly cloudy and below normal for this time of the year. The average high for tomorrow is 43 degrees, and we'll only see our high temperatures in the mid 30s. And then we'll track our next system into Sunday with a wintry mix possible and potential for even some light snow accumulation with highs on Sunday in the lower 30s. I'm Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jacob McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. We'll go straight to the hotline and bring on Breitbart editor-in-chief Alex Marlowe. He's the host of the Alex Marlowe Show. Alex, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back on the show. Everything's going great in my life. I'm in California, so it's 50 degrees here. And what are you guys dealing with? Are you guys
we woke up to 15 degrees.
Yeah, that's where it crosses the threshold. So I spent 8 years on the East Coast in the D.C., Virginia area.
Sure,
and
yeah.
I saw my share of snow and cold for a California boy. But once it dips below 20, then it gets a little oppressive, I got to admit.
I mentioned you're the host of the Alex Marlowe Show. I happened to be watching when were you reacting to this breaking news in real time during the show last night about this UK plot to destroy Breitbart? Can you expand? I mean, we're going to cover a bunch of stuff today with this interview, but we got to start with this.
Yeah, I got a heads up. They reached out to us. I didn't know when the piece was going to come out, but they had reached out to say that they were going to be doing this reporting. And so this website, Dropsite News, which is run by a guy named Ryan Grimm, who is a pretty good reporter. He's on the left, but he's got a populist, anti-authoritarian, anti-establishment streak, so he gets a lot right. And he was reporting on these findings from this book that was being put out by actually a South African journalist named Paul Holden. And the book, which is called The Fraud, is about Keir Starmer and his rise in the UK. He's the Prime Minister now. And what's amazing in the book is it traces back just a few years ago how Keir Starmer's top guy, his right-hand person, so the person who right now is the single most powerful non-elected person in the UK, a guy named Morgan McSweeney, quarterbacked a campaign to destroy Breitbart News, as well as a few other outlets. And the origins of the campaign was Starmer was in a fight for the Labour Party, to lead the party, with a guy named Jeremy Corbyn, who might be vaguely familiar to your audience. He's a very hard left guy. And he's got a little populist streak to him, so not everything he says is horrible. But overall, he's big government, leftist, very anti-Israel, so he doesn't jive with us at Breitbart at all. But Starmer was trying to stake out his claim to the party, and so he started taking out all these anti-Corbyn news sites and using the power that he has to try to do so via this guy McSweeney. And the campaign ended up really focusing on Breitbart News because they expanded it to conservative outlets, even American ones. So other outlets like Zero Hedge, The Federalist, things that some of your audience certainly reads.
Sure.
And Breitbart was the tip of the spear for this, as is always the case. And so they were just trying to basically put us out of business, making so I couldn't feed my kids, which it's hard for them to do that in the UK, but our UK bureau is very powerful. It's very influential. Nigel Farage, as I'm sure I've said on the show at some point over the years, has said that Brexit would not have happened without Breitbart London, our London bureau.
Yeah.
So we're a real threat to the establishment there, but we're always above board. We're always honest. We're serious journalists. And it did strike us as surprising that there was this robust of an effort, and then the guy goes on to become the Prime Minister.
Breitbart editor-in-chief Alex Marlow, host of the Alex Marlow Show here on the Hammer and Nigel Show. Let me give you something locally here in Indiana, but it's a macro issue. It's this push for states to redraw the congressional maps to pick up more seats in the House. There's a rally, Turning Point Action, Turning Point USA, whatever, had a rally at our state house earlier today. J.D. Vance has been here twice. Hell, we had the governor in our studio with us drinking beer yesterday, pushing for redistricting, and there's some votes about ready to go down. How important is this?
What time is it over there? Can you have a beer?
Well, when the governor stops by our studio, it's usually his last event for the day, so we make sure to have Miller Lights ready for him. We drink on these.
And the Miller Lights, too. You guys are a pretty good, like, craft beer area, right?
Tons of breweries. Tons of breweries.
Yeah,
but we keep it simple for the gov. But he was in here yesterday, pushing for redrawing the maps. How big a deal is this for Donald Trump and the administration, and what's your analysis?
It's massive. I mean, we need every vote we can get. Just remember, the left does not play by the Marquis of Queensberry rules. They believe political victory is the single most important thing to them, more important than faith, family, vocation. They want to win politically. So know that they will, at any chance they've got, draw up districts in order to maximize their chance to win elections. If we don't do the same thing, we are fools. We are fools. There's nothing unethical about it. We have a rich history in this country of to the victor goes the spoils. You win. You can redraw districts when the time is right. And if we don't do this, we could be sacrificing seats. And I'll tell you, I think the midterm election is going to come down to it's going to be in a razor's edge. And if we lose, then it's going to be nonstop impeachments, nonstop investigations. Nothing in the agenda gets done, or the last 2 years of Trump are going to be more of Trump's agenda. So if you are standing in the way of more conservative Republican MAGA seats in the 2026 election, then you are part of the problem.
Speaking of Trump's agenda, is it me, or am I seeing like corporate legacy media saying that MAGA is fractured and it's chaos within the walls of the White House, and Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, is the new boogeyman? Am I crazy, or am I seeing more of that?
Yeah, it's interesting because I hear a lot, and it's hard to know what's true. And I'll tell you that there's obvious fissures in MAGA online. I think that's clear. A lot of MAGA's most popular figures have just, I think, gotten they're starting to really focus on completely irrelevant subject matters and nothing that has to do with us winning elections.
Ben Shapiro versus Tucker Carlson versus Candace Owens.
Yeah, I don't have a big appetite for all of it, and even though some of these people I like a lot, and I find myself disagreeing with them, and some of them I like not at all, and I find myself agreeing with them, and that's always weird too. But that's not helpful, because we've certainly lost sight, I think, as a grassroots, that the problem is the left. And the reason why we all hate the establishment so much is because the establishment enabled the left to win, because the Republican establishment was so weak and so corrupt, and so their priorities are so out of order that they would just allow for the country to lurch left and lurch into an era of much bigger government, endless wars, and then a growing state via the deep state, via our crazy health care prices that we have via the Affordable Care Act. All this was enabled by a weak Republican establishment. So the point is that if you're not focused on the left, then I don't have a ton of time for you, but that's exactly what we've done over the last couple months, is we've gotten very snippy with MAGA and not focused on the real problems in this country, which is sad, but I also think some of it's just content. So I'm not a total doomer in this regard. I think some of it just people trying to get attention for their podcasts or their social accounts, and I don't take it totally seriously. I'm paying attention to it, but I got to say, I'm not saying that all is lost. I'm still optimistic that we'll all get focused when the time comes.
You mentioned endless wars, and it just reminded me, it does seem like another thing that corporate media is perpetuating is the idea that the United States is going to war full on boots on ground with Venezuela, with the narco terrorists. That's not really a thing, is it?
I don't think so, and I'll reserve, a 10% hedge on this, but from my read right now, this is the Kilmar Abrego Garcia Part 2. This is the latest hysteria. Everything Pete Hegseth did was above board and on target, literally and figuratively speaking. Bombing drug boats is a 97-3 issue. They were drug boats. They were in a drug deal. It is not a war crime. It's not even a war that's going on, so there can't be any war crimes. There's a war.
Somebody should tell Hakeem Jeffries that.
Yeah, and I think that this is just another attempted media hysteria / hoax, and we're getting the better of them. So I think this is a great I said this on my podcast, and I'm feeling very good about this, when the second the story started bubbling up, I said, I think the left is just falling for a trap here. I think Trump is laying out a trap. These are those 97-3 issues, and he's letting them drag this out a little bit, and I think that's how it looks today.
Looking back on 2025, the biggest L for the Democrats, my opinion, is the Schumer shutdown. Would you tend to agree?
Yeah, it's hard to say what's the biggest, because they don't have really any major wins. I guess they got picked up some of those midterm wins. I think the clearest L is the shutdown. That's the clearest.
Okay.
So clearest, so I would agree with that. That's one where they just simply they shut the government down, accused Republicans of it, even though they were the ones voting to shut it down, and then after a record shutdown, then Democrats vote to open the government. So I don't see how they save face, and they got nothing for it. So I guess that's definitely the clearest L. The biggest L, though, for them, I do think, is that they have no bench for 2028. And Gavin Newsom has no record unless you just like men beating women in sports. Kamala Harris completely exited the scene. Buttigieg is a huge joke. Their biggest star by a mile, they're by far their most talented politician, is a Ugandan immigrant who cannot run for president ever. So Zohran Mamdani. So they're pretty trapped for 2028, which I think is all this will change. It can and will change, but they should be pretty desperate at this point.
And by all accounts, before we let you go, Trump have a good first year?
I give him a very high marks for the first year. It's certainly above the A level for me. I think that there's a couple things we could be perfect on. Epstein thing was a problem. I think it hurt with the base energy, but overall, I think his foreign policy continues to be A+, the best I've ever seen. And domestic policy, we got to tackle some of this affordability stuff, but part of that's just messaging. Part of it is a lot of things have gotten better, but the word hasn't gotten out yet.
Breitbart.com, Breitbart editor-in-chief Alex Marlow. Where can people find the Alex Marlow Show?
Thank you. Yeah, YouTube, Apple, wherever's your favorite place to get podcasts, Rumble, and Spotify, too, if you prefer over there. That's all great. And Breitbart.com, get the Breitbart app.
Alex, have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year, man. We'll talk to you next year.
You guys are the best. We'll see you next year.
A holiday-themed beer sample Friday, of course, coming up next on the Hammer and Nigel Show.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Because nothing says season's greetings like realizing the in-laws are pulling into your driveway and your carpet still looks like it survived last year's gravy avalanche. And believe me, I've been there. Last Christmas, Uncle Sullivan tripped over the wrapping paper tube, launched his hot chocolate across the living room, and Aunt Terry, God bless her, tried to fix it with soap and water and something she swears wasn't hairspray. That's when I learned. Don't DIY it. Call Zero Res. It's safe, effective, and way more reliable than whatever Aunt Terry finds under the sink. If it needs cleaning, Zero Res can handle it all. Carpets, air ducts, hardwood, LVP, tile and grout, upholstery, rug, stone, residential, and business. It's the perfect time for a holiday refresh or an end-of-year deep clean to start 2026 feeling like you actually have your life together. Zero Res has a 4.9 Google rating with over 5,100 reviews, so spots fill up fast. Call 317-388-5141 or go to ZeroResIndy.com.
Holiday savings are in full swing right now at Tom Roush Lincoln with our 999 sale. $9,000 off a new Lincoln Corsair, $9,000 off a new Lincoln Nautilus, or $9,000 off a new Lincoln Aviator. Your choice of any of these great luxury cars, $9,000 off. Come on in to Tom Roush for those holiday savings. And Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Corsair stock number L25277, MSRP 5220. Nautilus stock number L25270, MSRP 57235. Aviator stock number L25246, MSRP 65165. See dealer for complete offer details.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
HughesCulinary.com. That's where you go to give the gift of Indy's most iconic dining experiences. Now through December 31st, Hughes Culinary is offering a 20% bonus gift card with every gift card purchase of $125 or more. So that's 20% more to give.
Buy somebody you love some amazing gift cards. St. Elmo Steakhouse, Harry and Izzy's, HC Tavern and Kitchen, 1933 Lounge. Get those gift cards today at HughesCulinary.com.
It's the strongest hearts that remind us to cherish the moments. It's the grandmas who made us sit up straighter, the grandpas who showed us old records, and the parents who were embarrassingly loud at our games. It's those hearts that are anything but ordinary. Caring for extraordinary hearts for decades, Franciscan Health knows heart care is more than just a name on a chart. It's somebody who shaped your whole life. Heal your heart today at franciscanhealth.org/heartcare.
Don't stress about plumbing repairs. Call LD Smith for honest advice and a free second opinion on any estimate.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
If you're asked to pay with a gift card, it's a scam. Scammers love gift cards because they're just like cash. No real business or government agency will ever ask for gift cards. Learn more at aarp.org/gift cards.
It's B Windows' biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com.
Trust me.
Take charge of your health this November. On December 7th, noon to 2, head to Gugman House Brewing Company, 1701 Gent Avenue for the Men's Health event with Franciscan Health. Beer, food, football, and health resources, all in one place. Learn more at WIBC.com.
Our downtown. Look at the road. Oh, sorry about that. Hammer crash downtown, southbound 6570 after Washington Street. The left lane is blocked, and that's stopping traffic back to the north split. For a delay right now, 24 minutes. Also backing up westbound 72 Rural Street. Inbound 65, stop and go from 29th to Meridian. Eastbound 70 slows from Belmont into the south, split a 2-minute delay. On the northeast side, inbound 69 delayed 4 minutes, 106th Street to 465. East side southbound 465 slow from 72 Brookville Road. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. See the diamonds at Pierce Jewelers. Diamond earrings, diamond pennants, diamond rings, and diamond bracelets. They shop the world to bring you the best. Shop local, shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
27 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. And caller number 9 right now at 239-9393. We're going to hook you up with some tickets to go see Leonard Skinnard next year in August up at Ruoff. Free Bird Live, baby. Caller number 9 at 239-9393. Good luck to you. And oh, by the way, it's Beer Sample Friday.
Right now.
Hammer and Nigel present
Beer Sample.
Fry.
I got some beers. Let's drink them, huh?
Beers on sale, people. Come down, get you some.
Brought to you by the fine folks at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. An entire hour of the Hammer and Nigel show coming up after 6 o'clock. Right now, we stop down, we break down, we try some. I guess got us some Christmas beers here.
Okay, 'tis the season.
Check this out. See if you ever heard of this before. Saint Bernardus Christmas Ale.
Saint Bernardus Christmas Ale. I've never heard of this.
No, this is a Belgian beer of some brewery in Belgium. Started in like the 1940s, but this was $18 for a 4-pack.
Whoa!
12-ounce beers. This 12-ounce can, $18. Now you'll notice.
Could you imagine trying to get Rob Kendall to spend $18 on beer?
This is a 12-ouncer, but now it is 9.8% alcohol.
Okay.
So Saint Bernardus Christmas Ale.
Is that Saint Bernardus on the cover there?
Yeah.
Because it kind of looks like Johnny Carson.
I don't know what's going on.
Saint Carson. Cheers to the Indiana Hoosiers, man.
Yeah, man. Go Hoosiers.
Win that thing. Got a little kick to it there. I can see why it costs what it does.
But you know what? We're not paying for it. Spencer and Thompson Furniture and Mattress. They're the ones that are paying for this.
So when you go down to Columbus to buy a new couch and love seat, make sure you tell Spencer thank you for allowing Hammer and Nigel to drink on the clock. One more hour to go, and the weekend is underway in Indy. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
This holiday season, experience the best of downtown Indianapolis with Winter Wonderland. Enjoy holiday traditions, festive attractions, and special events designed for families, date nights, and group outings. To start planning your holiday adventure, visit IndyWonderland.com. That's IndyWonderland.com. And on weekends, don't miss Spark Holidays on the Circle, where live music, Santa appearances, and holiday lights bring Monument Circle to life from 4 to 8 p.m. Find out more about Spark Holidays at circlespark.org.
Only shop at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, whether it's mattresses, whether it's recliners, whether it's sectionals, whether it's outdoor furniture. The year